Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Stop this one!
Frizzle left tight, F-fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis, pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Horns down. T-Bone and Tyvis. Day 2 of game week. How are you doing, Tyvis?
You know, I'm very excited. The more we inch closer to the game, the more locked in I'm getting to it, and I can't wait. Like it's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I'm interested to see what happens on Saturday.
Oh, there's a lot to get to today. So we have coming up at 6:45. Producer Dylan puts together the best questions of the week. Morning Wood coming up at 6:45, so don't miss that. 8 o'clock. Tyvis is going to break down some film. You went back and looked at the defensive backs for Texas.
Yeah, I went back to see how some of them are playing, and then I went and watched us last year against them, against us against them in that Cotton Bowl to see exactly what it was they were doing against Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, because they had some effectiveness against him.
Yeah, so I'll have a breakdown of what they were doing and, you know, probably offer some advice to how they can counter some of that.
All right. That'll be good. We got plenty of other stuff to get to. Ryan Day spoke yesterday on Buckeye Roundtable, so you will hear from him. I have to start off yesterday. I went to a taco place, and it was great. My buddy Justin was like, let's go get tacos for lunch, and I said, let's do it.
You jumped the gun. You should have did it today because today is Taco Tuesday.
All right, one, you don't get to look like I do by waiting for LeBron to give you food cues. Okay, I'm just telling you. When I went tacos, T-Bone gets tacos, all right? But we went to a place called, and I'm probably not pronouncing this right, El Haliciense. It's over on Sullivan Avenue on the west side. Good. Highly recommend. The decor is very colorful, very fun, but the tacos, I always go right for the tacos. And here's what I know. They offered you a few different varieties. They had carne asada, they had carnitas, they had El Pastor tacos, all good. Mm-hmm. They also have in-house made Jamaica and horchata.
I don't know what that is. If I can't say it, I'm not eating it.
Jamaica's like a tea. It's like a hibiscus tea.
Okay.
But they put a bunch of sugar in it, and it's like juice. It's very good. But some places buy it from a can. Some places make it in-house. They make theirs in-house. I didn't have the horchata, but they also had homemade horchata there. Next time I'm getting that. But
is that tea as well?
No, horchata's like they soak rice in water, and then that extracts some stuff from the rice, and they strain that out, and then they mix it with a bunch of like condensed milk and other stuff and cinnamon, and it's like a creamy, cold, milky, cinnamony drink. It's delicious. I don't know how to describe it to you if you've never had horchata. Go check one out. Go get some horchata today. Change your life.
Is it healthy?
No. That's why it's good. I didn't say go get carrots and broccoli. That's healthy.
So I looked at myself yesterday and I said, like, this has got to stop. Something's got to stop. So
sure.
I'm trying to lean off of a lot of stuff.
That's fine. It's very boring.
I'm doing more fruit. You know,
you can do that.
Natural sugars.
You can listen. I'm far from the diet expert here. What I'm trying to tell you is the healthy people tell me that you can still enjoy your life. You just have to eat healthy most of the time.
Yeah.
And then
you're supposed to go like 3 or 4 days of eating healthy, then you get yourself a cheat day. You go 3 or 4 days, get yourself a cheat day.
I think I have that backwards.
Clearly. It's clear.
4 days of cheat, and then 1 day of like, you know what, today a vegetable should be worked in. Let's put that on the hamburger. Let's get tomato and lettuce. Let's really be healthy. No, but anyway, so if you're looking for a taco place, West Side, I believe it's El Haliciense. I'm not sure how to say it.
Is this in Marysville?
Starts with a J. No, it's on the west side of Columbus. Oh, like Sullivan Avenue. Okay. It's good.
Tyvis has me hooked on Chick-fil-A breakfast. That's what I had yesterday.
The other day, dude, when you brought that in, or you had that DoorDashed in, that changed my life right there.
Yes, same here.
That breakfast burrito from Chick-fil-A is, as you like to say, a banger. banger,
Yeah.
as you say it.
I'm going to be hawking my watch, and me and my kid are going to be on the street over Chick-fil-A breakfast because I'm going to be going there probably
it's
every
pricey.
morning.
It's not cheap, but it's good.
I told you got to get the spicy biscuit with the jelly.
Here's
the
what-
strawberry jelly.
Here's what you said to me, though, when we were eating that, because what was the salsa I had? Was it like a jalapeno salsa?
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was good. And I put it on there, and then you said, oh, yeah, I didn't even get you the such and such salsa. You're not ready for that.
The sweet and,
Now,
sweet and spicy.
That hurt my soul.
Yeah,
Because I'm
right,
like,
'cause
why did you think I wasn't ready for it?
Well,
what within? Look at me. I'm ready for anything. Throw me any food.
I don't
I'm
know
good.
how you feel about sweet and spicy sauce.
I love sweet and spicy.
It tastes like it's like a General Tso's type sauce.
Me and the General go way back. Oh, trust me. Trust me. I
should have let you try it.
His chicken is fantastic.
I should have let you try it.
Now, General So is really good. Now I need Chinese food. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me of how
For the
gave
list
you
on
dinner.
Thursday, top generals of all time.
General Tso's.
General
Number
Tso,
one.
number one.
Here's where my dumb brain went. Okay, when you said General, it reminded me. I was driving around yesterday. I was listening to Common Man and Timmy, which welcome back, Common Man. You should listen every day, 3 to 6 p.m. They do a great job. But they were talking about the fight that happened between Avery Johnson's dad and brother.
Mm-hmm.
And they were mentioning the name of the arena in Ireland where they played this game. It was the Aer Lingus Arena. And they were making jokes about the Lingus part of that name. And that reminded me of an SNL sketch about not a general, but a colonel, where they were talking throughout the SNL episode about Colonel Angus. But the way they kept saying it very quickly on broadcast television, it was bad. Like, it got very quickly out of hand. So when you said General So, I almost went to Colonel Lingus. But then I said, no, I'll leave that alone. All right, I didn't, though. That's the thing. That's the funny part.
Way to catch yourself.
Trey Hendrickson got his deal done. So Bengals fans should be happy about this, right? Like, what did he end up getting? Like another $15 million tacked on, essentially?
Yes.
Roughly $30 million for the rest of this year.
But that was predictable, though. Like,
Yeah,
I thought that they were caught up on the fact that he wanted more guaranteed money for, like, us this year and next year, because I didn't see them doing like a 3-year deal or anything like that, or even a 2-year deal. I thought he would do this year and then they would give him something for next year. And basically this is it. Like, this is his last dance with them. They gave him all the money this year and not no years past this.
No, they basically said, hey, you get a lot more money now.
What was the point?
The point is you get a lot more money now. And then I'm sure there's two parts to this. One is, hey, you get way more money. You get valued closer to what you think you're valued at for this year. You have earned some type of raise. However, we're not willing to commit to you beyond this year. And he's probably being sold on it by his agent as saying, yeah, but you go out and play this year and you can go out and get a big contract next year.
He's not getting nothing more than a 2-year deal.
I know, because he's so much older than TJ Watt. TJ Watt's older than him. I forgot.
He go out there and put 17 and a half back up there again.
Well, that's what I don't know if he will, but listen, maybe he's sold too on the fact that you have a new defensive coordinator, you have all this stuff happening. This could be, hey, you come out here, play for us, get a big contract you're going, and then you can go get your deal from us or someone else next offseason.
He ain't getting one from them, but I tell you what.
I think so. They could have done it now.
What I seen was Cincinnati trying to learn from their past mistakes. And what I mean by that is it seems like they lose somebody on the defensive side of the ball every year. Like, I don't know why, but it's just like somebody from defense is not going to get paid or get traded or get cut, whatever the case may be. And they try to replace that person with somebody in the draft. And I think what you're doing is you're throwing that rookie out there, and he might not necessarily be ready, but he has to play because you have nobody else. And with Shamar, they did it again with Shamar, but instead of saying, Trey, hey, we're going to let you go, like, we're going to let you have a year here with the guy, groom him up, because if you remember when he's doing his hold in, he's on film working with Shamar, teaching him how to do stuff. So it's like, we're going to give you this, we're going to pay you basically to be a mentor and to play. But after this is it because we're going to the young guys. And that's probably the right way to handle it. Financially, that's the right way to handle it. To where years past, they just let the other guy go and tried to replace him with a rookie. Even if he was ready or not, he had to play.
Yeah.
So what makes the Bengals worse than like the Chiefs? The Chiefs let people go all the time and they're able to replace them. The Bengals, when they let people go 4 years ago, they went to the Super Bowl and had a good defense. And they're missing in the draft. Yes. And they're cheap in free agency unless their names are Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, or T. Higgins.
Or Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, if Joe Burrow is the guy or you're a guy that Joe Burrow throws the ball to, then yes, they're willing to pay you. But anybody else, no, we're not so sure about that. All right. We have so much to get to that we haven't even touched on yet. I last night was about to go to bed, and then I almost couldn't fall asleep after I read this news. Some terrible news for Buckeye fans, college football fans, NFL fans. Coming up next, T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, we are noticing a disabled vehicle for folks over on the east side right now. That's happening on State Route 310. That's southbound direction at Etna Crest Boulevard. The right lane is currently blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included. Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at schneiderjobs.com.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
Road trip!
This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Bishop and Friends.
I love how that was his red flag. Like, that's where he drew the line, not all of the sugar that's in the filling.
It's okay, though. Fat-free whipped cream and milk. He's fine.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more. Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
You might need a light jacket or sweater heading out the door this morning. Very crisp fall feeling in the air with temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. And then this afternoon, a cooler day ahead with increasing clouds. We could see some stray showers, otherwise mainly dry with highs in the low 70s. For tonight, we see temperatures drop a little bit more with overnight lows in the 40s to low 50s. And then for Wednesday, more sunshine. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Let me tell you about my guys over at Tri-State Men's Health. Long weekends, road trips, summer nights. This is the time to feel confident and energized. But if your body isn't keeping up with your life, don't ignore it. It could be low testosterone. With all that's about to happen with football season, man, my nights and days is going to be long. I won't have no time to really rest. So I got to take my low T shots because I could see a decrease in libido. I could be tired. I could be putting on weight from traveling and trying all these foods around the Big Ten country. Sad or depressed because I can't be with my kids. You know, those things are part of what I'm about to go through. But thankful that I go to Tri-State Men's Health and get my low T shot. I won't have to worry about those things. If you're feeling any of these symptoms, you need to go to tristatemenshealth.com right now and take their low T quiz. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no questions. It takes literally 2 minutes. Then you need to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. They will do your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options, and you will make a decision together with their medical team. The cost of this appointment is only $99, which includes a medical consult, T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. There are 6 locations. 2 of them are located here in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one is in Westerville. Most men wait a year or longer. There is no need to wait with Tri-State Men's Health. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
So I saw this last night. I'm going to bed. I click on Twitter, and it's just a nice little panic-inducing moment where it says, hey, if you have YouTube TV, you might not have any of the Fox networks coming up this weekend.
This is a great time to drop this.
Well, they know what they're doing. So the issue is one of these, our favorite words as sports fans, carriage dispute. This is in the media world where Fox, in this case, is saying we should get more money for being on YouTube TV. More of, there's a chunk of change that YouTube takes from every subscriber. All these, just like with cable, all of these networks say, hey, we drive a lot of people to subscribe by being on YouTube. We should get more of that money because they're coming for our stuff. Fox is clearly saying, hey, you got college football. People watch YouTube TV to watch college football. That's one of the reasons they subscribe to it. They watch for the NFL. We provide that. We're not getting enough money. YouTube is saying we pay you too much money. We should get less. We should pay less to you. And they're having that argument. The thing is, they all set these contracts up to expire right before football season because Fox knows that's the best way for YouTube to feel the heat. Because now the issue is we are talking Wednesday, tomorrow. This is when their contract apparently expires or the deal is done. if they don't reach an agreement by Wednesday, there's a good chance Fox networks will be off of YouTube TV.
Yeah, and you know what? If YouTube gives you $10, you get $10 off your bill.
YouTube TV said they'll credit you $10 off your bill. I'll tell you what, right now. You want to talk about a slap? You want to talk about a slap in the face? YouTube, now's not the time to be offering me a $10 voucher.
But this happened before. I believe it was Disney that did this.
Disney's done it.
Yeah, and they
CBS
literally took it off. Like it was gone for maybe 2 weeks or something like that. And, and everybody was in a panic. Some people shifted to Fubo or Hulu TV. It was all of that going on. And then, we're just kidding. It's back. And I think everybody came back.
Well, the original reason why because I have YouTube TV. The original reason I got YouTube TV was because I had Spectrum, I think, at the time, and they had one of these carriage disputes with someone else, and I was like, screw it, I'm done. And it's too expensive anyway. I'm cutting the cord. And when I left to go to YouTube TV, I want to say it was $39.99 or $49.99 a month. It was half my cable bill. Yeah. And they had all the channels. I'm like, why am I not doing this? Yeah. Now, YouTube TV costs as much or more than cable did.
It's what, 79 or
I think at least
or something.
And that's if you don't add anything to it.
Yeah, so the basic plan I think is $70.
Right. So we're now at a point, and I want to just be clear. My bosses will be screaming at me if I don't say, you can always hear the games right here on the home of the Buckeyes, the radio home of the Buckeyes. Paul Keels, Jim Lachey. Yeah. Of course, we'll have the game for you here. And that's how I will listen to the game. I listen to it anyway. Half the time I mute the TV and just put our app on, and I do that.
There's a lot of people that listen to it that way.
But the visual part of it is something that if you're accustomed to watching TV and you have YouTube TV, you may not be able to watch this game. Now, the options apparently are as follows. One, it's on Fox. So Fox is an over-the-air channel that you can get technically through an antenna. The digital antennas still exist. You can go buy one, but who wants to do that?
I'm talking about dinosaur fossils.
I
know.
I know. I thought TVs had them built in essentially now. Is that not the case?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they might, but you need I think you need still something to help grab the signal. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, better experiment with it. If you have YouTube TV, you better figure it out before Saturday if this happens. Now, the other part they say you can do, and I'm not as clear on how this works because Fox apparently offers something called Fox Now or Fox Go or Fox, what is it? Fox something. Anyway, you pay $20 a month and you can get all the Fox programming on an app, just like Disney Plus or something like that. But they do have a 7-day free trial. So I've seen some Buckeye fans saying, well, that's an option. I would hope they would put the biggest college football game of the early season on there. But I don't know if that's something where it's we can't put sports. I don't know. I wouldn't tell you that's a viable option because I don't know. So you might want to check that one out too. The other option is to go to a bar or to a friend's house or somewhere where they have this game if they don't get this resolved by tomorrow. But yeah, what a headache to have to deal with a few days before the game. We're all sitting here ready for this thing, and now you got to deal with this crap.
Well, allegedly, I know a guy that for a small fee, allegedly,
I'm going to need
to have this problem.
Allegedly, I'm going to need to get that phone number for the alleged unlocking of the stick.
The last option you said, going somewhere else to watch the game, I think that's what the $10 is for. So take your $10,
there you go.
Put in your $5 for gas and $5 for a cheap beer, and there you go. That's YouTube's paying for it.
Well,
just so
lemonade,
annoying.
Or lemonade,
$2.50. So.
Right. Okay. There you go. It's just so annoying. I hate that we as sports fans, because they know what they're doing. These are billion-dollar entities, right? Google and Fox essentially fighting this out. And isn't Fox aren't they? Am I wrong? Did Fox get bought? Wasn't Fox part of Hulu? And then Hulu now got bought by Disney. So I don't even know. But I saw somebody ask me this too. They tweeted and said, well, wait, isn't the local channel Sinclair owns the local Fox affiliate? So would this affect that? Yes, it would. It affects any network broadcasters that would have this. This happened with DirecTV, I know, and us at 10 TV. They had a thing a few years ago where 10 TV wasn't on DirecTV for a while because of some carriage disputes. So yes, it can affect the local providers too on this.
So let me ask y'all this, because see, I'll be in Maryland.
I know you won't have this problem per se.
Yeah. So if they don't fix it by Saturday, what are you going to do?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you personally.
I'll do one of two things. I will either, excuse me, jeez, I think I had your Saratoga water over there. I had a burp. I will probably either, my dad has not YouTube TV, so I may go over to his house. That'd be an option.
Okay.
If they're busy or something, I can't imagine they're busy. He's going to watch the Texas game, but I haven't talked to him yet about it, but I presume they're going to be around. I'll probably go over there. If not, then I would probably go get Hulu or something for the week and get the game and then cancel it and then hope they get this resolved. I don't know. I probably would just add a month of some other thing just to have it. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to want to watch the game. It's part of the job.
Dylan, what are you going to do?
I don't have YouTube TV anymore because of T-Bone saying it just got progressively more expensive, and then I dropped it. I have Hulu Live.
And that has all the stuff on it.
Is that not the same price? All of them about the same price, ain't they?
I think YouTube is a little more expensive.
All right.
At least that's why. I cut the cord really early, went to Hulu, got a trial price with YouTube. It just went up and up and up, and then I went back to Hulu because it was more expensive than YouTube. But YouTube TV, I would say, is the best streaming service to stream sports.
Okay, that's good to know because you know what, I'm open
until now.
I'm open. Well, yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed the YouTube TV product. They're the ones that now have the quad box. I was just watching that this past weekend. Yeah. That was good, but dude, I'm open for business now. If we're gonna do this, also, can we just have cable back? Like I used to be so much. I was one of the early cord cutters like you, Dylan.
Yeah.
And at some point now, it's like,
wait a minute.
I just want to go back to
YouTube TV.
I pay one fee and I have it all.
Base plan costs $83.
I told you it's gotten insane.
Hulu Live is $77 to $80 to $90.
Oh well, so see, it's not that much different. This is great. I'm so thrilled that we get to be part of this proxy war between Google and Fox, and meanwhile we're all just sitting here going, "Can I watch the game? I pay you for this money. I pay all this money to get this service, and now I have to deal with this crap. This is BS, man."
Well, allegedly, I know a guy.
I know
they can cut this price in half.
Some of us aren't willing to get into like federal, legal trouble to watch this.
I said allegedly.
Allegedly. All right, 2 minutes away. Bill Belichick. He's got something you can pay to watch on TV. You'll hear about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, the roads are still looking pretty good for your Tuesday commute. Really not noticing any major problems out there. 70 at 71, that's split by Parsons Avenue downtown, looking really smooth this morning. And lastly, over on the west side, just in case you're heading towards 70 eastbound, heading towards the city this morning, it does get a little bit slower by that construction site. Of course, that's State Route 142, just north of West Jefferson. But do know it gets a lot better as you pass that area leading into downtown this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
See for yourself. Visit RossatiWindows.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smokes! just incredible.
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Yesterday, Bill Belichick addressed his team, and the video got out there. Now, this was all produced. This was all planned. Bill Belichick is talking about the North Carolina football documentary that was going to happen, then wasn't going to happen, was going to be an NFL Films thing, not an NFL Films thing. Jordan Hudson, his girlfriend, got involved. Now, apparently, it is going to be a thing here, and I hope you brace yourselves for the excitement level that Bill Belichick is bringing to this announcement. Get ready. Here we go.
I know that you guys have heard that there was a lot of interest in doing let's call it season-long documentary or season-long show about North Carolina football. And so I'm excited really to share with you that we will be doing that with Everwonder and Hulu that will showcase our football program. Okay, this is about the UNC football program. There's obviously a lot of interest in it, and it'll stream on Hulu later this fall. It's going to feature the players working hard, which you guys do, all right? It's about the players improving and getting better through their hard work, which you do, all right? And a program starting from where it started from several months ago to wherever it's going to go during the course of the season, which of course will be determined on the field, all right? It'll show our commitment to winning. It'll show our commitment to the team, all right? And that's our priority, all right? And that'll start...
Okay. The audio is crap, but it essentially at the end he just says that'll start and he just stops, and that's the end of the announcement. He's like, that'll start and that's it. So Belichick seems like he's really enthused about this. So it's going to be.
I'm not watching
TV
that stuff.
gold. Are you kidding me?
I'm not watching it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not watching it. I'll tell you what though, this will be one of those things. I will skip that, right?
Okay.
And if your team is actually good, then I'll go back and watch it.
Sure.
But like, I don't want to see that.
Well, okay, we know who has creative control here. Bill Belichick and or Jordan Hudson have creative control. So do you think there's going to be anything unsavory in there about Bill Belichick?
I'm not talking about this.
No.
No.
No. Of course not. They're going to keep it out.
Well, then I'll wait. You know what? I'll let the people on Twitter tell me about it. That's right. That's one of the things that if something, they'll take these clips and they'll post them on YouTube or Twitter, and I'll see it, and that'll how I know. I'm not.
Actually, I think I'll probably watch Pablo Torre just to see when he unearths something else about Bill Belichick, and that's more informational than anything you're going to get in this documentary, I feel like. But yeah, Belichick is just I know people say when you get to know him, his personality comes through. That's great. I don't know him. I have to watch this version of him, and this version of him sucks. I don't like him. I don't enjoy watching anything about him. He coaches football well, I'll give him that. But anything beyond that, no, I'm not interested.
Tyvis, do you think 19-year-old you would go play for Bill Belichick based off of stuff like this and the fact that, I don't know, I feel like kids, we're getting to the point, the Patriots haven't won a Super Bowl this decade. Like, he doesn't have a Super Bowl win since 2019. I feel like we're getting to the point that the allure of Bill Belichick, like, isn't going to get felt by the kids that he's recruiting. Like, do you think 19-year-old you would want to play for Bill Belichick?
See, it's hard for me to say that because 19-year-old me was in the prime of Belichick and Brady. So
okay, but if you were 19 now, today.
No, I'd be just like all these other kids. Where the cash? You get all this. I don't know what all this. Yeah, my life will be this and that. That's all great. Where's the money at? How much you paying?
So him throwing his however many 8 Super Bowl rings, if you include his.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. Where's the money? Yeah. How much?
Right. I can go see Super Bowl rings and trophies at the Hall of Fame.
That's cute.
That's up in Canada. I can go look at that whenever I want.
That was back in the NFL. You ain't did nothing in college show. You make it worth my while. How much you paying me?
Yeah, he drafted guys, but get some guys drafted would be the thing, right? I mean, if he goes out and has like 10 dudes who get drafted next year, that'd probably matter more to a recruit, wouldn't you think? Like if he develops guys, they win, all those things, that would matter more, I would guess.
How about being on a Hulu special? Would that sell you at all, or still no? You need the money.
I'm gonna ask Hulu to pay me to be on it. What
Exactly
you talking
right,
about?
Exactly right.
I
Name,
need my
image, and
cut.
likeness. Yeah. By the way, I saw that Dave Portnoy, Barstool founder and noted pizza connoisseur, depending on who you are, also noted douchebag. Anyway, he no like Ohio State. We know that. He is going to be on some of the Big Noon stuff, I guess. They're doing like their own separate thing, but also he'll be on Big Noon. Anyway, going to be tough to do at least part of that because the report that came out last night around midnight was that he's been banned from Ohio Stadium this weekend. Now, I have a couple thoughts there. One, I need to see an official confirmation from Ohio State that that's true because that strikes me as that would surprise me if they would ban Dave Portnoy because he, of course, was critical of Ryan Day, but hell, so was I. So were a lot of other people that are going to be in that stadium that have media credentials. So, like, I don't think that's it. The other thing, though, is if we're banning media personalities, don't stop there. Go to Desmond Howard next. Say it with your chest. That guy's been running down Ohio State for 20 years. Don't let him in the stadium. Let's go. Let's make this a thing. I like it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's no way that this is true. Like, for what reason? What reason?
Dude, who does this benefit? Who gets the most?
It gives him more clicks and stuff.
That's why I need to see something from Ohio State that says this is real. Because this is something that he would put out there to say, yeah, I'm not allowed in there. Now, it might be that he didn't get a press credential because they didn't turn it in time or something like that. That's different than getting banned from the stadium.
Yeah.
So, like, I just need to know. I mean, Connor Stallions was able to get into the stadium quite a bit last I checked, or buy tickets for people who did. I mean, it took a while before they banned. I just don't know, man.
My issue with it is why? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
This ain't this is a fan. Like,
let me tell you right now.
This is the fan. Like, unless he was like streaking on the field or something, like,
yeah,
you're not even gonna hear him, see him. No. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, again, on the one hand, I admire the pettiness if it is true. And then, like I said, I've got a list of names you can also ban from the stadium because there's a lot of douchebags in the media that I like to see get banned. However, I'm surprised that this would even happen. I am of the opinion, if it were me and I just went on the run that Ryan Day went on, I would be going to all of my enemies and saying, hi, congratulations, you get a front row seat. Come on down. I want you to witness everything that I'm about to do. I want you to see the greatness that you're about, that you crapped all over. You know, that's what I would do. So banning people from the stadium, that just seems like that seems very much like a thing that Portnoy would run with and have like a million things to say about. It almost feels like he took something that wasn't that, turned it into something else, and that's what's happening. Now, if Ohio State confirms this is real, then I'll take that back and say I think that's a kind of petty, but I'm here for it. Let's be petty. And Desmond Howard, you're next. Like, ban him from the stadium. Let's go.
It just comes off as a weak move. Like, we should be focused on Texas. Like,
I think that's why I don't think this is real. Like, I think they are focused on.
I'm sorry, nothing to do with Texas.
We're focused on Texas, and we're focused on crappy songs from bands that sound like campfire music. That's what we're focused on. We're gonna get ready for camp, baby. Week 1 of camp, singing Ohio. Gonna get the crowd fired up, baby.
I gotta hear it again. Listen, you gonna be shocked. It might. People might really take to that song.
Sure. I'm sure they will.
I keep forgetting.
Listen, Ohio State, just from me to you.
I'm mad that I won't. I don't think I'm gonna be in the stadium at no point this year to be able to hear it. Like,
you mean Ohio State's not going to be on BTN at all?
You know what?
Is that breaking news?
What? I think they are. You know what? I take that back. I think they are.
How about like Grambling State?
No. We right now. It's not set in stone, but
little breaking news,
inside information.
Get it out there.
It's not set in stone, but right now, allegedly, could be when they play Penn State.
Allegedly,
that's not a
fire
set
stick
in stone.
Allegedly. Illegal?
You mean your kickoff show? I don't want people to get confused.
No, Penn State on BTN.
Like when the tailgate show is allegedly supposed to go to Ohio State this year, it says November 1st.
Now,
but it's not bolded, meaning that it can change.
Will you fight Dave Portnoy in a parking lot next to Big Nut as fans drink and bet on who will win? Would you do that?
Why would I need to fight Dave Portnoy?
Because he loves Michigan. and he hates Ohio State, and you must fight to defend.
The only way
our honored defend will fight to the end for Ohio. I believe it's in the song.
I'm going to be honest with you. The only way I would fight Dave Portnoy is if Dave Portnoy was disrespecting my kids or wife.
Okay.
Or he was about to cause physical harm to me.
Oh. I don't think you're in danger of that because I think he's like 5'5", so I don't think I don't know.
There's
I shouldn't say that. He's probably like 6'1". I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm about to say he comes off as like a 6'1" guy.
I feel like he's short. Big Cat is taller, I want to say, than him.
By the way, the Grambling game is 3:30 on BTN.
Oh, there you go.
Well, we're not going to be here for that. I'm telling you.
I'm not saying your kickoff show is going to be.
Where is that? Is that week 2?
Yes.
I will be at Penn State or the state pen.
Here we go. Good. All right. Producer Dylan, he is going to ask us the most important questions of the day. We're going to do Morning Wood coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning to you. We are noticing a lot more people on the roads right now. 161 at 62 over by New Albany, looking a little bit more packed than usual, of course, especially over by Beach Road. Just again, a lot more people out and about this morning. A similar situation just southeast of here, Canal Winchester, Pickerington. If you're taking 33 westbound, do note that certain areas like Gender Road and Hamilton Road get a little bit busier out there. Just a lot more people heading into the city this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there is a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I just had the greatest day today. One of our customers in Delaware literally happy cried. Her new windows just completely transformed her home. It was just magical.
Oh, so you like magic.
Well, that's not what I was saying.
Is this your card?
Wilson, you didn't even... Okay, sure. That was my card.
And magic.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. We have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Go to YouTube, just search 97.1 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis, and jump in the YouTube chat, just like Rusty did. Rusty said, Dave Portnoy's going to fight Tyvis when he hears what Tyvis thinks about pizza. Accurate. Probably right.
Dave Portnoy, 5'10", by the way, so very
5'10".
Very average height.
Yeah, it's fine. You got him.
Yeah.
He that short. That's crazy.
Excuse me.
You're disrespecting all the short kings.
He's
out there.
doing great. 5'10" is respectable. I think that's a fine height.
Not if you're.
You must be 5'10".
I wish. I'm not 5'10".
If you're a man on a dating app, you have to be at least 6 foot, or say you're 6 foot to have a chance.
Oh, that's bad.
So people allowed to date that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then what if the girl's 5?
That's dumb. Because
if you're 5'8" and your girl's 5'10", she's going to figure it out pretty quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Up?
Like, that's dumb.
You got to get there first. You got to figure out a way.
Look,
then you figure it out later.
She's not going to trust you. She's going to know you're a liar.
My wife is the same height as me, maybe even slightly taller, but she can't. Their only problem with that is when we go out like somewhere nice, she refuses to wear heels because she doesn't want to be taller than me. And I'm like, I don't care. Be taller than me. I think that looks great. Like Tom Cruise, every woman he's ever dated is taller than him. Who cares? Supermodels are tall. Tom Cruise is like 5'2". What are we doing here?
You got to get over it.
Yeah, you do have to get over it. That's right.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
All right, Dylan. Morning Wood question number 1.
All right, question number 1 was inspired by Tyvis, who tweeted.
I hate him
yes,
for this.
Why'd you ask this question, by the way?
Because I was in the car. Well, ask the question.
Yeah, ask the question. That's fine.
Who is one athlete you would not bet against?
Okay, so the reason that I asked this question is because when I was growing up, it was like Michael Jordan, then it was Kobe Bryant, then it was Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And now I was sitting there like, man, I wonder who like is that dominant in a sport that people wouldn't bet against.
Yeah.
And I knew Scotty Scheffler because that's who I came up with was Scotty Scheffler myself.
Pretty good.
I'm like, that's kind of easy because it's like golf. But like football-wise or basketball-wise, I really couldn't think of somebody that I wouldn't
I don't think you'd
bet
say
against.
I don't think I would say Pat Mahomes you wouldn't bet against. Like
I would.
You could, yeah.
I did in the Super Bowl.
Allegedly.
No. Like not wait a minute. Not
come on,
physically.
Come on, Birdie Kozar, calm down.
Physically put money down, but when people asked me, I said the Eagles were going to win.
Yeah, right.
Like that's what I mean. Like I didn't physically put money down.
Nope. Now you only have 7 jobs instead of 8. Way to go, Tyvis. You just got yourself fired.
Yeah,
I didn't. No, because they can go check all the sports book. They'll be like, yeah, he don't bet on the NFL.
My answer is Tyvis Powell, for what it's worth.
That's what I said.
Y'all
on
need
Twitter.
to stop.
And Tyvis got mad.
Yeah, you need your phone taken.
I already did bet against you. How'd that go for me? Not well. It has shaved my face, so I'm not doing it again.
As a betting degenerate, I took it quite literal when he asked that question, and I was like, oh, Floyd Mayweather never lost a fight. And then I was like, more current, John Jones only lost 1 fight, and then he had the one stricken
But
from the
John
record.
Jones is retired.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's going to come back and do that White House fight. I guarantee you.
He might lose.
Morning
if he going up against Tom Ass, but no, he might lose.
Morning. Who'd you say? Tom Ass?
No.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the rest of that. I just heard Tom Ass. All right. My guy. His name is Thomas, for what it's worth. You don't pronounce it Tom Ass. That's not nice. Who would you say is, or go ahead, Dylan, give me your second question that I definitely don't know and have it read on the sheet. Go ahead.
Who would you say is the AL MVP this season? Aaron Judge or Cal Raleigh, or I guess
Raleigh.
I guess other.
Let's go.
Cal Raleigh.
He said his 50th home run last night.
Don't get me wrong. Aaron Judge is great. He wins it every year. Like it seems like, give it to Cal Raleigh.
You see, even at like a month ago, Aaron Judge was like a huge favorite, like minus 500. Now, depending on the book, he's at like minus 160. I looked on Prime Sportsbook, Tyvis, I couldn't find it on there. But now Cal Riley's plus 135. So I think there might be some voter fatigue that might, make it so that Aaron Judge doesn't win the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, there is some of that too, where LeBron should have won it every year in the NBA. But we got to a point where it was like, well, actually, technically this year, in the non-LeBron category, I'd give it to this other guy. And it's like, yeah, but... And Michael Jordan most years should have won it. Kobe should have won it most of his career. But at some point, the voters get fatigued. That's probably a little bit of with Aaron Judge. But, yeah, Cal Raleigh's a great story. And I would give him the MVP because I think it's awesome what he's doing up there in Seattle. Morningwood question number 3.
All right, before I get to this next question, we got to hear audio from the great Jackson Smith in Jigba.
All right.
Who are you giving wide receiver you right now? Right now, this second, I would go LSU. This second.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them boys. They're good, but when we talk about...
All time?
Wait, all time?
No, not all time.
All time?
We're talking right now. You're trying to change the rules.
All time?
Right now in the right
NFL.
Now.
Okay. Yeah, right now, yeah.
But give it...
All time, for sure.
All time, yeah, no question. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even something I, process him saying. But receiver you right now, yeah, I give it to him these last couple of years, and you gotta say that. But I think we're gonna have something to say about that here in a few.
So that was Jackson Smith and Jigba on Ryan Clark's Pivot podcast declaring LSU wide receiver U. What school would you guys give wide receiver U to, and what's JSN smoking?
I mean,
so my thing is this: when you say wide receiver U, meaning I'm guessing you mean like wide receivers that came out of there and has been successful in the NFL.
If they said right now, it sounds like they're talking about currently in the NFL.
Correct.
Which school has the most top-level guys?
I wouldn't call. Yeah, okay, fine. I would understand why he says LSU because literally the two best wide receivers in the NFL is from LSU, and that's Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Malik Neighbors was really good. He did better than Marvin did last year. Brian Thomas Jr. did really well. So I understand why JSN said what he said. But if you're talking about just overall who's putting more in the league, like I agree. Like, give him a couple of years. Marvin should take off eventually. Terry had his best season last year. JSN should be taking the next step this season. I guess Chris Olave, when he's healthy, should be good. Garrett Wilson has all the talent in the world to be really good. Like, if these guys do what they're supposed to do, it won't even be close.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree. And, of course, if we're going historically, Ohio State is wide receiver U. And, yeah, right now there may be slightly more guys at the top of their game who are from LSU, but it's between LSU and Ohio State right now. There's no question in my mind overall it's Ohio State. Give me one more real quick.
All right, on that same podcast, Ryan Clark said that Chris Brown is the most talented artist ever. Would you agree with him?
Oh, okay.
I mean, we ain't gonna sit here and act like it's that far-fetched. Now, it ain't
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Chris Brown is really good. He's like an icon.
Are we talking about musical artists?
I think you're talking about just period.
All right. I mean, all time?
Michael Jackson is definitely...
What chapel did he paint? I mean, we could go Michelangelo, Leonardo.
Scope music.
Listen,
all right, fine.
Listen.
Then I have to submit a guy who wrote a song called Purple Rain. Might have something to say. A little more talent. Did they make a movie out of anything Chris Brown's ever done? No. Prince gets that. Prince absolutely is better, more talented.
Well, Chris Brown's also an actor as well.
Oh,
Stop it.
That's fine.
What?
And the answer to this question is easy. Taylor Allison Swift. Come on, guys. We don't need to break out the Era Tour stats. We don't need to do it. It's just factual. Okay.
I mean,
Chris Brown.
I mean, if we really want to be technical, it's Michael Jackson.
I'll accept MJ as an acceptable answer.
Jackson, but whatever.
I mean, if we want to look, I'm just looking. Prince is where I think I would go personally. I think sure we could have discussion about a lot of different people, but yeah. I don't think it's Chris Brown.
I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain.
How long do we let this happen? Do we just no? Stop.
We're not doing a commercial break time.
I take it back. I take everything I said back. I don't want to listen to music anymore now because of that.
That's a banger. I'm about to listen to it on my way to Cleveland.
The guy who wrote it and performed it does it, not when you do it.
I'm about to get a purple guitar.
Ryan Day and Steve Sarkisian both spoke about the game this weekend. We'll hear from both of them next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, another reminder about the Hamilton Road northbound ramp to 270 northbound. It is still closed right now. We'll be closed through Friday, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. because of some repairs happening for that ramp. A good detour just to keep in mind still this morning. Past that ramp, take Hamilton Road northbound in that direction to Granville Street. That will take you westbound to 62 and eventually hopping back on northbound to 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get Eco.
Aaron, what's your favorite holiday?
Labor Day.
No, really. What's your favorite holiday?
Labor Day?
Get Eco.
Labor Day is when we celebrate the working people of America.
Like plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians?
Sure, but we're also celebrating nurses, police officers, office workers, firefighters, school teachers, landscapers, and those people who faithfully pick up our garbage on trash day.
And waiters and waitresses?
And car mechanics and...
Get Eco.
And daycare workers. We can't leave out daycare workers. Hooray for Labor Day!
Jerry, when you look at working people, what do you see?
I see the people who built America.
I see love.
Love?
Love with its sleeves rolled up.
Wow. Working people are the people who take care of everybody.
Labor Day is when we celebrate the working people who built America and keep it strong.
Happy Labor Day, everyone.
Get Eco at geteco.com.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for complete terms.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know.
How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress, like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
You've probably heard of speed dating, but what if there was something similar for hiring, especially if you're running a growing business? There is Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You can post your job today and talk to interested qualified candidates tomorrow. Simply select a time, and Zip Intro finds and schedules qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you'd like to connect with and meet and greet people through back-to-back video calls starting as soon as the next day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns traded away quarterback Kenny Pickett yesterday. They sent him to the Las Vegas Raiders for a fifth-round pick. Pickett is expected to replace Aiden O'Connell as Geno Smith's backup after O'Connell fractured his wrist in the Raiders' preseason finale. The Bengals finally signed star pass rusher Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson will get a $14 million raise this season, upping his salary to $30 million. He is set to become an unrestricted free agent this offseason. And former Buckeye wide receiver Terry McLaurin reached an agreement with the Washington Commanders yesterday on a 3-year extension worth $96 million. The deal will end his holding and get him on the field for the start of the regular season. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Get started today with your 20-pound summer slim down. The results are fast, easy, and start your very first week. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
Big news of today. Browns traded Kenny Pickett. So doing the math on that, they traded a fifth-round pick to get him.
And DTR.
And ETR. That's right. They did.
Hate that you keep doing
They did that. And then
I really hate that you keep doing
and then they've received now back. They traded him to the Raiders, so now they get a fifth-round pick in return.
So they got their pick.
They got their pick back. So Kenny Pickett is. Thank you for your time with the Cleveland Browns. We barely saw you play.
The thing that people are upset with, well, some people that I was listening to, they were upset with the fact that Kevin called it an open competition between 4 quarterbacks. And people's like, well, that's a lie. It was never that. It was never, because some people on the Shador camp felt like he never had a true opportunity to be the starting quarterback.
All right.
And my thing was, no, he wasn't. What the competition was it was 2 different competitions. It was a quarterback 1 competition and a quarterback 2 competition. Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco was competing for quarterback 1. Dillon Gabriel and Shador was competing for quarterback 2. That's how I looked at it.
Here's where I struggle when it comes to coach speak, because I would like coaches to be honest, but I also I don't know. I would like gas to be 99 cents. I live in the real world. I know that's not happening.
Like back in about 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, it was.
Right. So idealistically, I would like a lot of things to be the way they aren't, but I don't expect coaches to tell the truth. I don't expect them to get up there and just lay out the whole plan. But when they say it's an open competition like Kevin Stefanski did, yeah, I could get mad about that. Or I could say, yeah, it kind of makes sense that he would have two guys who are veterans, one of whom is a far significantly more experienced veteran than the other, right? But two veteran quarterbacks and two rookie quarterbacks. The two rookie quarterbacks probably had no shot at the starting job unless they came out and were undeniable.
Yeah.
And by the way, is it wrong that trust me, I'm not defending Kevin Stefanski. I think he has his ups and he definitely has his, things that I don't agree with. But would it be bad for him to say, hey, it's an open competition? Because theoretically, Joe Flacco goes out and tears something and is out for the year. Kenny Pickett gets injured or is bad. And if Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders start getting more reps and they look undeniably like the best quarterback in camp that's healthy, they would be the starter. Like it wasn't, I know what you're saying. Idealistically, if all four guys are healthy, it's probably not an open competition. Does it make any sense for him to go out there and say, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders have no chance to win the starting job? No, because there's a chance they would if things happened a different way.
Chance.
Right, but
there's a chance. Yes.
Lloyd Christmas, so you're telling me there's a chance.
Yes.
Like it's still a possibility. No need to shut that down until it officially ends. But yeah, Kenny Pickett gone. So now that quarterback battle for second for who's going to be the backup looks like Dylan Gabriel's going to obviously has won that. Mm-hmm. So now you know a little bit more what the plan's going to be going in for the Browns.
Remember when we played that Adam Schefter sound and Tyvis took his words literal and said, when he said the final roster and Tyvis said technically four quarterbacks on the final roster.
I said, I bet my entire salary versus his entire salary that they won't have four quarterbacks.
He said after week 18, what if this trade is the beginning domino for one Deshaun Watson start a game for the Cleveland Browns in the 2025 season? I'm just throwing it out there. He's looking good in those videos he's posting on his Instagram. Achilles looks great.
Earlier, I proposed that Tyvis fights Dave Portnoy. Now I propose that we both fight you because I don't want any part of that. All right. So Ryan Day was talking yesterday on Buckeye Roundtable. This is him talking about how excited the team is for this first game of the season.
Well, I think once you get to this point of preseason, I mean, you're excited to see what kind of team you have. You've seen, the different, parts of the season. You've seen guys grow, starts in a winter, goes through spring ball, and now we're into preseason. And I think that's probably the most exciting thing is to get started and, figure out what this journey looks like. And, when you start an opening game like this, I mean, it's really exciting because you have everybody's attention, starting in July. I think the biggest challenge is just the fact that, you have unknowns when you're going into the first game. And so that's like that every year. You got to start. And, it's kind of like, buying your first house or, having your first child. Maybe you never feel like you're ready, but you got to go. And so here we are. We're a week out and time to go play a game.
Yeah. I mean, I relate to that. But, Tyvis, is that how you felt first week of the season? Did you ever have that feeling of like, ready or not, here it comes?
No, we was ready. I don't know what this or not stuff is, though. We was ready.
Were you ready for Virginia Tech?
That was the second game of the season. We talking about the opener. You talking about the opener. So.
Now Dylan's going to get into a fight with Tyvis for sure.
You do know that, like, the record when people play, like, the Navy or, like, that type of offense, that when they go after they play that game, the very next week is often that they lose that game.
Did you guys play Navy the week before that?
Yes.
I had completely forgot about that. Yeah.
I did too.
We started the season off against Navy. So Navy runs that triple option BS. I can't stand that offense. I cannot stand that offense. So like our whole entire training camp was preparing for that offense. So when we went back to traditional offenses, like the defense was, it's easy, but like for the offense, they ran that bare front and our offensive line just couldn't get that.
Oh, I know about the bare front because your old coach, they put a guy in the middle and we didn't know what to do with it.
They was running
at 52.
They ran.
I don't know what to do
zero.
about a 52.
They was beating us running cover zero. That means they was sending 7 people and our offensive line just couldn't block it up right.
That is more analysis from Tyvis. No excuses, Powell, right here on the Fan. Very excited about it.
That's what it is. I mean, on the defensive side, we got beat too. Shoot, we gave up touchdowns too.
It was rough. So Ryan Day also talked about how focused they are this week.
Yeah, I mean, we watch everything. And, there's times where, you feel like, okay, we have to predict what they're going to do. And then maybe sometimes you can almost, over-evaluate it. But then the biggest thing is, what can we do well? And, what can we execute? in all three phases. And to me, that's very important, especially in this first game, playing clean. We also have our new faces, and these guys, we got to give them a good clean plan. That's the coach's job, so that they go out there and play fast, take care of the football, and like I said, play clean. But we look at everything, and we also look to see again what fits our guys, because what fit last year's team may not necessarily be the same thing that fits our guys. So it's a little bit of both. You really look at what they're going to do, but you got to make sure you're doing what you think gives your guys the best chance to be successful.
There you go. I mean, that sounds like we're going to try to modify things a bit, given the personnel. That's the way it should be.
Well, you're going to have to. I mean, you got to think last year you had those two running backs who was a big part of your offense, and both of those guys are gone. Not saying that James People or C.J. Donaldson can't be as good, but we don't know until we see it, I think that who I believe is the biggest X factor in this game is still Max Clare, because we'll talk about it at 8 when I break it down, some of the stuff they was doing defensively, but if they run that same type of stuff, it opens up a huge window for a guy like Max Clare to have a big game. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how they tweak their offense. But as far as the receivers go, I mean, Cardell Tate had a really good game against them last year. Obviously, we know about JJ and what they did to stop him. But like a guy like Brandon Ennis, he's going to have to step up. I think him and Max Clare are two guys that Texas is not going to be overly concerned about because they got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, right.
So those two guys should have a really good game, and they should tailor their game plan towards that.
49 minutes from now, Tyvis will break down all the back half of what Texas did defensively against Jeremiah Smith last time in the secondary, what the Buckeyes matchup should look like this time. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll do that at 8 o'clock. Coming up next, though, the new enforcement arm of the NIL world, that hasn't been going so well, apparently. A lot of problems with that. We'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No crashes to report as of right now, but we are still noticing some slowdowns in New Albany. 62 looking not too bad right now. Eastbound, 33 miles per hour reported there, but still 161 in that eastbound direction over by Beach Road. It's really extending those slowdowns all the way towards Harlem Road in certain instances on 161. So do be mindful, a lot more people out there. And lastly, a similar trend for folks over on the west side, 70 at 670, looking pretty slow this morning. Of course, we still have those ongoing lane restrictions on 670 eastbound. Just want to make sure everyone is packing that patience. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done, and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Keep your summer fun going in the best-selling Toyota Tacoma. Now through September 2nd, get 4.75 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or you can lease a new well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 double cab for just $289 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Big summer savings at Logan Services. Take up to 50% off an air conditioner with the purchase of a furnace. Why wait? Get a free estimate on Trane because it's hard to stop a Trane. A system for every home and budget. Logan Services.
Cowan, Man, and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino.
Mikey, it's time for the ultimate fan experience. You could win tickets to the big home team game.
Legal?
Oh, legal.
Oh, illegal.
Legal. Against a team that wears orange on August 30th.
It all goes down Thursday, August 28th from 6 to 7. All you have to do is use your Penn Play card or the Penn Play app during the month of August.
And you can win a bunch of other prizes as well. The more you play, the more opportunities you have to win.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Gambler.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the things we constantly hear from customers, Wilson, it's impossible to pick a favorite. We've got 5 different window lines here at Pella, for the $300,000 to the $3 million home.
Yep, impossible to pick a favorite. My parents would always say that.
Oh, Wilson, that's so sweet.
Yeah, other than I'm an only child.
Oh. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Other stations have crappy ratings and they wonder why no one listens. So instead of investing money in local talent, they fire people and plug in AI voices. Gee, real entertainment. Well, all of our dummies are real, damn it. The Fan, Ohio's real human destination.
Heading back to school, we are stronger together. Educators and parents on a mission to make sure our public school students have what they need to succeed. We are excited together, ready to make this the best school year yet. We are better together. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing, asking you to stand with OEA for the great public schools Ohio students deserve. We are stronger together this school year because public education matters.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to increased personal enjoyment. Prevent winter tree damage by scheduling winter tree work now. Winter can be tough on trees. Heavy snow, ice, and wind can cause serious damage. Don't wait until it's too late. Now is the perfect time to schedule winter tree work. Pruning during the dormant season keeps your trees healthy and helps prevent costly storm damage. Visit trees4ohio.org to find a qualified arborist near you. That's trees4ohio.org. Let's keep your trees strong all winter long.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
You might need a light jacket or sweater heading out the door this morning. Very crisp fall feeling in the air with temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. And then this afternoon, a cooler day ahead with increasing clouds. We could see some stray showers, otherwise mainly dry with highs in the low 70s. For tonight, we see temperatures drop a little bit more with overnight lows in the 40s to low 50s. And then for Wednesday, more sunshine. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. So I saw that the name, image, and likeness rules, we have a lot of new rules now. Ohio State's trying to abide by them. Basically, no one else in college football is. But, hey, we're leading the way, baby. We're leading the way.
I've never seen somebody so mad at somebody for doing things the right way.
I'm not mad. Did I sound mad?
Yes.
I'm just stating the facts.
Bitter.
Stating the facts.
Sound bitter.
No, I very much enjoy having a lot of 3-star defensive ends that are going to come here and be awesome.
What's the moniker here?
What's that?
What's the hashtag?
I don't know.
Say?
What is it?
Developed here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're going to have to develop them.
Oh,
they're not coming in ready to go.
I mean,
they've
done a decent job.
Now, unless you're a wide receiver.
And I resent that because I was a 3-star, so... You watch your mouth.
I will. And you know what? I'm going to say you did a great job of developing yourself, Tyvis, because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. Anyway, so here's a problem. The NIL clearinghouse that is in charge of all this, apparently now reports are already coming out that student athletes are having problems getting their NIL approved because now any deal over, was it $600 or $6,000?
I think it was $600,
which is insane to me.
Very low.
Right. That's. I mean, there are people on the rowing team that probably have more than a $600 endorsement deal. I mean, that wouldn't be out of. That's not shocking to know that A lot of student athletes are getting deals like that. Well, those all have to be approved by a clearinghouse. Every deal across the country, and it's not just football. It's football, basketball, baseball, any sport that generates revenue or that has the possibility of generating NIL deals. It all goes to one place, and they all have to review it. And shockingly, there are delays. Some of the athletes saying that it's taking them weeks to get their deals approved, and sometimes months. There have already been a few reports of like athletes not getting their deals approved because, or like the company that came in and said, hey, we want you to do something over the summer. We want you to promote something. Well, I have to get this cleared first before I can do it. By the time the approval came back, the company was like, well, our promotion's over now. We're done. So sorry, we can't use you. So it's
goofy. Just pay them.
It's stupid. It is stupid.
Just pay them.
I'm with you.
I know people are not going to want to hear that, but just pay them. Like if somebody want to give it to them, go ahead.
I keep making this analogy, but I feel like if you put a bucket of water at the top of a hill and then tipped it over, right, and then said, now I refuse to let the water get downhill. You can put up a dam. You can put up, anything you want, some rocks, some whatever. Get a beaver out there. Like at some point, the water's going to find its way. It's going to find its way to the bottom and pull up at the bottom because you can't stop it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I feel like we're doing with NIL right now is we're saying we can't pay the athletes like employees. That would make too much sense. So we're going to put all these like stops and things and you have to do this. You have to do. At some point, they're all going to get paid and it's all going to end up at the bottom anyway. And they're all going to get money. Why put all these artificial impediments in the way? Just call it what it is.
What is the negatives about paying the athletes the money?
Well, one is
like what is your biggest negative about it?
See, I'm the wrong person to ask because I've never had one. The negatives.
Dylan, what's the negatives?
The negatives that a lot of people have, though, is that traditionally college sports are about the love of the game and playing for your alma mater because you just love the school. I don't think that's been true since like the 50s. My
thing is, I feel like athletes play even harder now.
Yeah.
I mean, money's involved. So like, one, if I'm a 3-star guy, or let's say I'm a 3-star guy and I came to Ohio State, say they offered me $75,000.
Okay.
And I see the starting safety for Ohio State, like Caleb Downs, make, let's just say $2 million.
Okay.
You don't think that would motivate me to go play harder to know if I become the starting safety, I can make $2 million? I would play even harder.
How many jobs, to your point, how many jobs offer that where it's like, hey, here's your starting salary, but in 2 years' time, you could go from that salary to like, what would 75 to 2 million, let's say, if that's what he's getting. I mean, that's like, that's like 30 times what you're getting, right? Like that. Yeah. How many times have you been able to get a 30, like that's a 3,000% raise? Am I wrong? Like, how many times have you had that in your career where in 2 years you could get a 3,000% raise? That's a good point that I've not heard a lot of people make.
And I haven't seen I've seen people like the UNLV guy, the quarterback last year. The reason he sat out is because they didn't give him his money. Like they promised him, they made a deal. This was the agreed amount. And when it was time to pay, he didn't get his money. So he said, well, as a business, that's what you would do. If you work for somewhere and payday came and they give you your check, you would sit out.
Absolutely
I'm not doing nothing until I get paid.
Absolutely
so,
right.
I don't understand where the whole issue with the money is. I think what it is, ultimately what it is people are jealous that the kids are getting a lot of money. Like that's really what it is.
There's definitely some of that. I mean, there 100% is a thing like that going on. But I ultimately look at, I think people get mad when they see that college sports, the facade of what college sports have theoretically been about is like when you played, you couldn't get any money technically for playing at Ohio State. But are you telling me that like the only reason you came to Ohio State was purely because you loved the university?
No, but I mean, yes, but I also knew that it would help me get to the NFL as well.
Who was your coach?
Well, it was Jim Tressel, but
okay. And then who did it become?
Luke Fickell.
Okay. You were recruited by Jim Tressel and you played for Urban Meyer, two guys who have a pretty good track record of getting dudes to the NFL and winning championships, right? You had an opportunity to go, like, I'm saying I don't know that it's always been about, I think in some people's head, it's like, these are just students who go to the school and then who decided one day, let's play football. That's what the idealistic version of college football is. And I'm saying I don't know that that's been the case for like the last 100 years, because it's been over 100 years since they introduced scholarships to college football. And when that happened, that went out the window, because then it became about, well, where can I get a scholarship? And if a school you really love wasn't going to give you a scholarship, you weren't paying your way to go there, most likely. You were probably going where the scholarship was.
I think another thing that people are worried about is with NIL is that you could potentially lose players because another school could pay them more.
Sure you can.
Has that happened here at Ohio State? I don't think we've seen a kid say, yeah, I played at Ohio State. I balled at Ohio State. I was a starter, but yeah, I'm going to go to Texas. Like, I don't think that's really been the case.
I think what people like is they want the ability to hoard recruits.
Oh, that's dumb.
And well, yeah.
I mean, I understand why they would want that, but like, as a kid, like I gotta play if I'm trying to get to the league.
There have been plenty of guys who have left who weren't getting their opportunities and wanted more. So there's that. Which, coaches hate that, but so do a lot of fans.
Is Joe Burrow the only, I won't say the only, I guess he's the most successful one, but who outside of Joe Burrow?
There's probably been others that I'm forgetting. But the point that you're making is,
I guess J-Mo had a good career, or did a good 1 year. He went first round because of it, too.
If you're not getting the playing time, though, you're saying how many starters have been like, yeah, this guy's a stud, he's a starter for us, like Marvin Harrison Jr. was reportedly wooed by everyone.
So was JJ.
Right. and millions of dollars were on the table, and they chose to forego that and stay here. But starters who have made an impact, who were then like, yeah, I don't want to play here. I want to go somewhere else and chase the money. That rarely happens at Ohio State.
I can see for like the university why like they could be against it a little bit, because you'll say, like, let's say that, I don't know, let's throw a random. Let's say Sonny Styles. Let's say Sonny Styles was a guy that was making, let's say $1 million, right? And we signed a deal, like $1 million deal. And after the season, I don't know, West Virginia said we'll give you 1.5. Now Ohio State's got to be like, well, we either got to match the 1.5 or come close to the 1.5, right? And I can see how that could be annoying. But at the end of the day, that means that the kid is doing so well that he's increasing his value.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we want. That's why we do our profession. Like, anybody would love to get a promotion. You're only as good as somebody's willing to offer you.
College football players are not allowed to want to do anything other than for the love of the game.
No,
they're not allowed to want to get paid. That is what I've learned. Also, PJ Fleck had thoughts on NIL real quickly.
Let's go.
PJ Fleck said at Minnesota, we're never going to be the highest bidder. So he said they recruit guys who just want to be at Minnesota. Yeah.
How's that going?
I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I get why schools like Minnesota might feel some way, because they know they're not going to pay as much. But also, adjust your expectations. If PJ Fleck, they pay you a lot of money, you could probably take $1 million off your salary and put that towards NIL. That might help out a little bit. But I get it. It's tough to compete with some of the big dogs in the sport. That is the reality. NIL does it levels the playing field in some ways. In other ways, it reinforces the fact that the big dogs are the one that have the biggest budget. So there are problems with it, but there are problems with the old system too. I think it's good that players can actually get paid and participate in the money that college football generates. Just like I participate in the revenue that this station generates. So do you at your job. You participate in the money that they...
No, I don't. I'm broke.
That's on you. They pay you to be here.
I do radio for free because I love it.
Oh, sure. That's news to Fish. Fish is probably like, really? Let me sign that contract. 2 minutes away. Are you hoping to watch the Buckeye game this Saturday? Well, as Lee Corso might say, if you have YouTube TV, not so fast, my friend. I'll give you the details in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No crashes to report as of right now, but we are still noticing some slowdowns in New Albany. 62 looking not too bad right now. Eastbound, 33 miles per hour reported there, but still 161 in that eastbound direction over by Beach Road. It's really extending those slowdowns all the way towards Harlem Road in certain instances on 161. So do be mindful, a lot more people out there. And lastly, a similar trend for folks over on the west side, 70 at 670, looking pretty slow this morning. Of course, we still have those ongoing lane restrictions on 670 eastbound. Just want to make sure everyone is packing that patience. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Podcasts are a thing. They've been a thing for a while. You can go listen to our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Just go search T-Bone and Tyvis in your favorite podcast app. It'll be there. It'll come to your device every single day if you subscribe or add it or like it or follow it or whatever you have to do. Make sure you do that so you get every episode of the show right here on The Fan. 8 o'clock, Tyvis is going to break down the Texas secondary. We're looking ahead to this weekend. Big game, of course. We know Ohio State and Texas, all the action right here on The Fan, and we have plenty of coverage for you all day Friday, all day Saturday, all week, basically. It's happening. I saw this news last night. Pissed me off. I don't like the sports fans get put in the middle of this crap. YouTube TV and Fox apparently had an impasse. YouTube TV announcing yesterday that if they don't reach a new deal with Fox by tomorrow, then we will basically have no Fox networks, including the Fox network, on YouTube TV going forward.
If they do that, there's going to be a mass exit on YouTube TV tomorrow.
Well, right. And that's, it not only affects, obviously, Big Noon Kickoff, which, of course, that would be the Buckeyes in Texas, but they have other games on FS1. They obviously also have the NFL coming up the week following. There's no surprise that they have this type of dispute or this type of contract. It ends right before football season for a reason. It's the biggest watch TV product that we have in America, and they want this fight to feel something for both sides, right? They both want to be nervous about this and so they can hopefully get the best deal. So
who's going to win the fight?
I don't know. I do know that I know who loses the fight is all of us fans who may have to miss out on games because we stupidly just subscribe to YouTube TV.
But wait a minute. Now that I sit here and think about it, wouldn't it be like bad for Fox if they do come off of YouTube TV? Like, wouldn't it hurt their ratings if people like, well, I just ain't gonna I'm gonna just go to the bar or something to watch the game because I can't watch it at home.
This is the rub, right? Because YouTube TV is saying we have our subscribers, they pay us money. Most of them are probably not going to leave over us losing Fox. Fox is saying we provide value to YouTube TV. You should pay us more money to have the product on YouTube TV. And so YouTube TV is like, cool. Call your advertisers and tell them you won't be on one of the largest streaming platforms in the country during one of the biggest football weekends in the country. Good luck with all that. You've sold a bunch of advertising for this game. I'm sure all those people who paid that money, all those companies would love to know you're not going to be on whatever it is, 70 million homes or however many YouTube TV has. I'm just saying, like, that is significant. And that's why they do this, is to try to get the last little bit they can. So YouTube TV probably is the one with the power here to tell Fox, like, hey, man, if you're not, people will switch, but not that many people over one game. If it went on for months, they would lose people. But in the short term, Fox loses if they don't get this deal done because their advertisers will be pissed.
I I'm actually intrigued now. I'm intrigued because I know what's going to happen. Tomorrow's going to come and they will take it off. Like,
I'm sure they will.
TV,
they will want the panic.
100% going to take it off. And if they don't have it back on by Friday night, I am going to laugh. Like, oh, YouTube they standing 10 toes down on this.
Oh, it gets like that with these media battles. I remember this happened back with, I want to say CBS a number of years ago, and it was months before they were back on DirecTV. I know that Channel 4 here in town has had that same thing, I think, with DirecTV or Spectrum One. Like, it has happened before. It will happen again. I think it sucks that sports fans are the ones that have to play this battle out. We, meanwhile, are in the middle of all of it. Where we're just trying to watch our games. We pay this money to watch these things. But the billion-dollar companies of Google and Fox are going to go at it to get their last little bit of scraps they can, their extra little millions they can. Meanwhile, we all have to deal with it.
It's what the young kids call standing on business. That's what this is. That's what YouTube TV is about to do.
So who's upping the blick is what I need to know. Has anybody done that yet?
Well, the fans go up the blick on YouTube TV. That's what's going to happen.
So that starts tomorrow if they don't get something resolved. So hopefully there's some announcement today. I would love to see that. If not, and if it does look like they're not going to get it back by Saturday, your options would be as follows. There's something called Fox Live that you can pay $19.99 a month for, although I'm told they have a 7-day free trial. So
there it is.
That'd be an option, possibly, to watch this on. Now, at least get you the OSU-Texas game and all that. I don't know what it does for you if this continues past this weekend. But also, then you have, like, the rabbit ears, the digital antenna, which I'm told by people who use it is still very clear and very effective and very good. So it's one of those things that where you either have it or you don't. Like with a digital signal, when I was a kid, if you had rabbit ears, you'd turn it, you'd move it around, and the station would get fuzzy, and then it would get clearer. And then if you touched it with like a coat hanger or something, it got better.
That's somebody staying there with a coat hanger all day. You got to hold that. Yeah. Don't move. Hold it right there.
Right. That's not how it works with digital. It's either you have the signal or you don't, and it's either crystal clear or it's gone. So, you can do that. Or, I mean, option C is go to a bar, go to a friend's house who doesn't have YouTube TV if this occurs. And as you know, we have all the action for you right here on the Fan to listen to, which I do anyway. A lot of times I turn down the announcers and just listen to Paul and Jim, and that's the way you should do it. You can listen on the app, by the way. That usually syncs it up a little bit better. Just a little pro tip for me to you. But, yeah, if it's not on TV, we got you covered on the Fan. You should listen to us either way during the week. But
there have been times that I've lowered the TV and listened to Paul's call. I won't say that I do it 100% of the time, but now that I know that Gus Johnson is a Michigan man, I will be muting the TV and listening to Paul later for Gus. Goodbye.
I think people know how to do this, but if you've never tried to sync it up, the best thing you can do is just, because the TV is usually a little ahead of where the app is, which is why I go on the app, and then you play the TV, and then you pause it right when they go to kick. Then you listen on the app for them to get to the point where like, and you can hear the kickoff, and then you hit play on the TV, and it syncs up pretty well. That's how I usually do it for whatever it's worth.
But it's hard to, isn't it a 16-second delay?
There's different delays for radio and TV. And then when you have the digital component, that's just the analog signal, let alone all the digital crap it has to go through, go up to a satellite, whatever it has to do.
I was always intrigued by this because, like, when I'm doing the Browns, like when I'm in the studio, obviously the TVs is muted in the studio, so we listen to, Andrew Siciliano and Nathan Zagura call. Yeah. But they be so far ahead.
Oh, my gosh. It's terrible.
So, like, you hear what's going to happen before you see it. It's just like, there's nothing you can do about that.
So Panama Ted, I used to, because sometimes when I did post-game, I would come into the studio to watch the Ohio State games here. Panama Ted Holbrook, who produces, Common Man and Timmy.
I'm sure everybody knows who's Panama Ted.
Well, I'm just saying, Panama Ted also, you may not know, runs the Ohio State games and has for years.
Yeah.
So I remember being in here for like a Penn State game, Michigan game, I definitely remember, where the hallway used to be set up to where he would leave his door open in the studio. And I knew this because, yes, all the producers at all these, whenever you're watching a game or you're listening on the radio producers are getting the game live and they're hearing it almost in real time. Then they have the TV on and it comes on like 20, 30 seconds after the play. Yes. So sometimes they're 2-3 plays ahead.
Yeah.
So I would be down in the office watching on TV, not listening because I knew about that. And I just wanted to see it in that time frame. So the first week I was here, I remember hearing Ted just like, oh, come on, like this. And I'm like, and they're just walking up to the line. And then I would see them throw a pick. And I'm like, no. So I had to shut the door. I had to put my hands over my ears so I couldn't hear him, because then I hear him like, oh yeah, go. And then nothing's happening yet, but he's already got the info. Yeah, watch it. It's a weird thing. Our business, watching a game at a radio station where they're broadcasting the game, it's like living in the future.
Pretty much, because you know what's going to happen. So it was funny. So you remember the field goal and K. York kicked it to beat Baker Mayfield in week 1?
Yeah.
We was at 92.3. We cut the volume down. I was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. Rest in peace, Jim Donovan. I don't want to hear Jimmy's call. I got to see it.
Right. Sure.
So we had to mute all audio and just watch it.
Yeah, it's a weird way to live, but at least you got to see the game and hear it. I hope that for Ohio State fans and everybody else, I hope we get to watch this game on YouTube TV. But if you don't have YouTube TV, you don't have to worry about this. If you do, you may have to keep an eye on it. So we'll keep you updated when we see it.
Nobody uses Fubo?
Fubo?
Fubo.
I was going to say Fubo is not, I don't think they have. Do they have a TV network for Fubo?
Those are sneakers.
The Fubo is dead and gone.
Oh, it is?
For us,
that's too
by
bad.
us.
I was always rooting for Fubo. I liked Fubo. I couldn't wear it, but I liked it. It was good.
Or if you watched How High, it was Boo-Foo. By us, you.
I feel like Boo-Foo has other uses, but I'm going to just stay out of that. We have an update in the saga of adult-themed projectiles being thrown at sporting events. This has happened again. We'll give you the update next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. We are still noticing some slowdowns for folks over on the west side. 70 in that westbound direction past Hilliard Rome Road. A right shoulder is still blocked this morning. 11 miles per hour for your travel times out there. According to traffic cams, looks like one car is involved. Cops are on scene. It looks like they may have ended up in a ditch. Hopefully everyone is okay and are extra safe on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Bob Yoakum, president of Rockford Homes, explains why he banks with First Bank of Central Ohio.
Anytime you're dealing with a local bank, it's about being able to pick up the phone and talk to real people. That is a huge pro. You know, when you get into these bigger banks, that doesn't happen.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
imagine. My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Van Scoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. I was going to try to tell you about, I can't find my, I just had a thing up to read about the high school football game of this week, and now I lost it. So, sorry. Ryan Baker, I apologize. I had
to be more organized.
I had it up here, and it disappeared on me. Hang on, I'll pull it back up. Here we go. Listen. All right, here we go. Capital Ford of Columbus, them two. The Capital Ford of Columbus high school football game of the week. That is Hilliard this Friday. That's going to be Darby hosting Bradley. Coverage starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7. After the game, it's Byers Subaru Dublin's overtime with Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran. Friday nights are for high school football right here on The Fan. I also saw something that I thought was pretty cool very quickly at, I believe this was at Davidson last night. They had a volleyball game outside. Did you see this?
Yeah, you sent me the pictures.
I think that's pretty cool, right? Like they took the court out, like we've seen them do in college, right, where they put it in football stadiums, but now they're putting this out in high school. I like that. It was Hilliard Darby hosting it. Bradley High School was there too. Very cool scene to do that in a high school football stadium. I love that. That's good.
I would have checked that out.
We should do basketball like that too. Just got to be careful. Remember when they put the basketball game on the aircraft carrier? I think that was like Michigan State, North Carolina. They had condensation. Didn't the Buckeyes do one of those too, I want to say? There was a time where they were doing this like every year. And then I think eventually they had one time where there was too much condensation on the court and it wiped out the game. And they said, never mind, this is stupid.
What about when, didn't Caitlin Clark do this at the Iowa, wasn't it Iowa Stadium? No. What stadium did they go to?
Did they play a basketball game outside?
Yes.
With Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
I forgot all about
that. In college?
They probably did it at in Iowa, right? Wouldn't they have done it there? Where else would they have done that?
I don't know.
I know they've done so.
It was a big set. It was a big crowd. I know that.
I know at Nebraska for volleyball, they have done outdoor volleyball games there because Nebraska volleyball is huge. Matt Rule wishes that Nebraska football was as big as Nebraska volleyball is, but they have done big events out there, and it's got 90,000 people there, whatever they hold. So, that's pretty great.
Kinnick Stadium. That's what it was.
October 15, 2023.
All right. I can't believe I forgot about that. That was not that long ago. All right. So we have an update on the adult projectiles being thrown at sporting events. Number one, don't do this. I heard they arrested a man from Dayton. Could be Dick from Dayton for all we know. Let him live. Our guy.
I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks if I don't get a call.
But they arrested a man in Dayton in connection to, I believe, the one that was thrown at a WNBA game at the Barclays Center, which that one didn't actually make it to the court. It landed in the crowd, and it hit like a 12-year-old girl, which that's an awkward moment just in general. So, yeah, don't throw these things on the field or on the court or wherever. But I thought we were all done with this. But apparently at the Titans preseason game over the weekend, a green dilly was thrown out there onto the field.
A dilly bar?
A dilly bar, yep. And then at the 18th green of the FedEx Cup in Atlanta on Sunday, one made it out onto there as well.
Was it green again?
I believe it was.
What is the lime green all about?
Well, there's supposedly some crypto meme company. I don't know. They're making like a meme coin. They claim that they're behind all this, and that's why it's the same colored dilly every time the dilly. What's the dilly-o? Yeah. So anyway, just stop with this. It's dumb. Don't do that. And you know what? In fact,
I wonder if their crypto sales has gone up for this.
I don't even know how that works. I feel so old when people are like, "Yeah, I was on a meme coin, but I got off of it because the roller coaster was too much." I don't understand any of what you're talking about. I don't want any part of that.
Well, isn't it true? Like you can't take bags into the WNBA anymore. Like that's how they stopped.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that. That's how they tried to stop it one time.
A lot of arenas have like. If you go to a football game, right, isn't the rule typically you have to have a clear bag?
Yeah, there's a lot of clear bag policies out there.
So why not just, that would tell you pretty quick. You have a clear bag and it's like, oh, what do you, whoa.
What's that lime green?
We talked about this. There's one way to get it in, but they can't check.
Isn't things called a cavity search?
That's fair enough. It's not the TSA, though. I mean, it is like, I've seen stadium security. Some places it's really strict. Other places it's just like, yeah, come on through. We're not checking.
But then you could test the DNA and then trace it back.
Now we've got.
Just saying.
I got enough.
I'm just saying.
Thank you. Hugh Freeze, what do you think about projectiles when you throw something on the field?
You need length and girth.
That's right.
In this league.
It's aerodynamics, pure and simple. Also, speaking of banning people from stadiums, the news of the day apparently is that Dave Portnoy, Michigan man, Barstool guy, has been banned from Ohio Stadium for this weekend's game. I still have not seen any. I saw this Ryan Glass-Steagall guy, I think is who reported that initially. I could be wrong. Front Office Sports had this. Maybe this is real.
I hope it's not. I really do. I really hope that they come out and
Why do you hope it's not real?
Because the optics of it just looks bad.
Does it seem soft?
Yeah, it does. It really does. Because it's like what does he have to do with anything? Like
I don't know. I want my enemies to have a front row seat to my successes. So like if I'm Ryan Day, I would say, yeah, come on, Dave Portnoy. You've doubted me. You've questioned me. Come on down.
I hope it's not true.
Well, I haven't seen any official confirmation from Ohio State that this is real. This could all be a Dave Portnoy creation. Let's at least keep that in mind.
We should we should be on to Texas.
Well, I would hope so, that we have bigger things to worry about than whether or not Dave Portnoy is in attendance. However, the only person this serves is Dave Portnoy, because he already is. All the Barstool guys all got a company email that told them to all say the same thing, and they're all just chirping and all complaining. And they're using the same complaint. They're saying the exact same thing, so you know it went out in an email where they basically are all copy-pasting what they're supposed to say. The other part of this, though, that I don't like is if we're banning media figures who have annoyed us as Buckeye fans, don't stop with Dave Portnoy. Desmond Howard deserves a ban. Like, how have we not figured that out yet? That he should be banned first. He's been way more egregious over the years than Dave Portnoy. When it comes the amount of volume where they've said, "Hey, Desmond Howard, what do you think? Top 4 teams in college football." Every other guy on the show will have Ohio State in the top 4, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I actually don't think it's Ohio State. I think it's Michigan." And then it's just nothing makes sense with what he says. He will do that constantly berating Ohio State, constantly doubting Ohio State.
I just hope it's not true.
If we're doing,
I really pray that it's not true.
I haven't seen anything official from Ohio State, but if it is real, please let's ban more people. And I've got a list of guys that I hate in the media. Let's start banning them. That's fine with me. That's fine. If they want to ban the people who doubted Ryan Day, you'd have to ban 90% of the people who cover college sports. I mean, if that's what we're doing, because everybody, including yours truly, doubted that he would get the job done last year, so that's fine. I need to know what it is with Dave Portnoy specifically that caused him to get the ban, if this is real. And I still contend it may not be. But if it is, I got a list. I got some guys for you.
Desmond Howard should be on that list.
Of course he should be. I mean, Mark May's not relevant, but if he was, I would ban him too.
Mark May was going to be the next name I would say, but yeah, he's banned himself from relevancy, so he doesn't matter.
Well, if we can ban media types from coming to these things, can't you just ban Big Noon Kickoff and say we're running this down to 3:30 or 7 or whatever time? I mean, we got Paul and Jim. We don't need Gus to call. We don't need Michigan man Gus to call the game. We got Paul and Jim. Just pipe them onto whatever video feed. Get Raycom Sports out there. Throw the video up. Get Paul and Jim on the audio, and we're good. We got a TV broad. Do it yourself, Ohio State. DIY. Who needs all this TV money anyway, right? Don't need that.
Big Noon.
God, we were banning a guy from Big Noon. Ban the whole show. Let Urban do it by himself. That's fine. I'm all about that. All right. Tyvis went deep on the film for Texas. I mean, in depth. Yesterday you did this about their wide receivers and their quarterback, obviously, Arch Manning. Today you went in on their secondary. What do we expect from them this weekend at the Shoe? We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A friendly reminder that we are still noticing lane restrictions for 670 eastbound between 70 at Grandview Avenue. It is reduced to 2 lanes. It all kicked off August 12th. Will be lasting still for another 12-day project. Should be ending, though, by next Monday if everything goes well. Unfortunately, though, we are noticing some slowdowns just before this area because of that construction project. We're noticing some slowdowns basically from 270 and 70, that stretch all the way to 670 and 70. So I want to make sure folks are packing the patience early this Tuesday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Cash for Clunkers continues during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for Clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HRV two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Baseball's first professional team, the legendary Cincinnati Red Stockings, went undefeated in 1869, 57-0. But they had a few close calls, and one near loss came on this August 26th when the Red Stockings hosted a team from Troy, New York called the Haymakers. Cincinnati had defeated the Haymakers in Troy earlier in the season, 37-30. Yes, they scored a lot of runs back then, and a huge crowd of 10,000 was on hand to see the return match in Cincinnati. The game was tied 17-all in the 6th inning when the Haymakers argued a call and in protest left the field. The Red Stockings awarded the victory by a forfeit, a near blemish on their perfect record this August 26, 1869. This date in Red Stockings baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Jump on board now with the 20-pound summer slim down with Awaken 180 weight loss. Drop 20 pounds before summer ends and cruise into fall with a new routine of better health. Do what I did and find your results with the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever laughed through at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns traded away quarterback Kenny Pickett yesterday. They sent him to the Las Vegas Raiders for a 5th-round pick. Pickett is expected to replace Aiden O'Connell as Geno Smith's backup after O'Connell fractured his wrist in the Raiders' preseason finale. The Bengals finally signed star pass rusher Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson will get a $14 million raise this season, upping his salary to $30 million. He is set to become an unrestricted free agent this offseason. And former Buckeye wide receiver Terry McLaurin reached an agreement with the Washington Commanders yesterday on a 3-year extension worth $96 million. The deal will end his holding and get him on the field for the start of the regular season. This update was brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. I saw this from Steve Sarkisian. This is him talking about Julian Sayin, new quarterback for your Ohio State Buckeyes.
Respect for Julian. We recruited him hard here. He was a very gifted passer, really good player. Came to camp with us, I want to say 2 years in a row. And so we got a lot of familiarity with him. He's obviously a California kid, his high school coach and whatnot. So very good player, elite passer, very good arm talent, very quick release, really accurate guy. Obviously, he's got great weapons around him. And so, he's the type of guy that can utilize those weapons in a good system. So it poses a heck of a challenge.
Well, it's a heck of a challenge they're going to have to figure out. And hopefully Julian Sayin can be up to that challenge. But Tyvis, you went and looked at the film of what the Texas secondary is going to be giving Julian Sayin to look at.
Yeah.
What do you kind of see here? And I know you went back to and looked at what they did last year, specifically against Jeremiah Smith, which was effective.
Yeah, it was. No, I started off, I was looking at the best corner that I think they got, and that's Malik Muhammad, number 5. I like him. That guy is scrappy. He plays the ball really well. Last season, he had 8 PBUs. He loves to have his eyes on the quarterback. So, traditionally you got your press man, people that press all the time. You got some corners that play off. He's a guy that plays off, and he likes to have his hips open, but he loves to read the quarterback eyes, and he will fall off of his responsibility to go make a play. He's done that a couple of times last year, so I kind of like him. He's very instinctual.
So when you say fall off his
if he could be checking a fade, but if somebody runs a 10-yard out and he see the quarterback about to throw the 10-yard out, he dropped the fade and go try to rob the 10-yard out.
Improvising is a good way to look at that.
And that's a great way to look at it.
Do coaches like it when you do that?
It's one of those things that if you do do that, you better make the play. You better make the play, because if that quarterback pump fake that out and throw that wide open fade, you can come sit next to me. But I like him because he's very instinctual. He has a good feel for the game. Okay. The next guy I looked at is a guy by the name of Jalen. I think it's Gilbo. I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Gilbo.
He played nickel last year, and he was one of those guys that can tackle really well. They sent him on blitzes, but he's moving outside to corner this year. So I'll be interested to see what happens there. I seen a rep of his against Kentucky. The guy ran a fade route when he was playing corner, and honestly, he was beat on the route. The reason he was able to recover is because the guy kind of underthrew the fade ball, so he was able to catch back up and make a play on the ball and stop it. But what he does that he needs to fix is, so when you playing corner, right, and you look to locate the ball, a lot of the corners traditionally slow their feet down, because when you turn your head and look back, naturally you stop running. And if you do that, that can lead to you getting beat on a deeper pass. So he needs to work on those things. The safety, Derek Williams, he got hurt last year. I think in the Oklahoma game in October, I think he messed up his knee. So he'll be fresh coming back. Outside of that, though, their secondary to me is kind of young because they got some inexperienced guys, especially at the nickel position, and then with Jalen going to the outside, it's going to be quite interesting. So that's something that the Buckeyes should take advantage of. I think when I went back and I watched them against Texas, what they were doing against JJ was, it's kind of funny because it was smart. So what they did was when JJ, if they came out in the 3-by-1 formation, right? So 3 receivers to one side and JJ was backside on the one. What they was doing was they had the corner basically playing like man, but the safety to his side was his inside piece. So JJ ran a dig, slant, post, anything like that. The corner necessarily didn't have to worry about it because that safety was very aggressive on robbing it. When JJ was in the slot, what they did was they played cover 2 to his side, but they would also drop a linebacker or edge rusher into the little gap in the middle. So they essentially was playing 4-over-2. They had a corner play to cover 2, so he was like the low outside piece. They had a safety playing over the top. They had another safety come play the middle, and then they had that piece drop from the line back. So it was essentially 4-over-2 on his side, which is smart. That takes him away. That's what led to Carnell Tate having the games that he had, because if you're spending that much attention on him, then somebody else is wide open, and they do a lot of single coverage on the other side. It was a play in that game where it was early. It was like the second quarter, I want to say. They put JJ in the slot, and they knew that they was going to run cover 2 to that side. So what they did was they ran JJ on like a 40-yard post. Okay. And he ran from left to right. And the only reason that he didn't make the catch is because the corner on the other side, it was Jahdae Barron, the one that went first round to the Broncos. He recognized he had no work. Like his player stopped short, so he kept sinking back, recognized what was coming, and he ran from his side to try to go make a play. And he actually ultimately helped make the play. If they're going to do that, I think that's a good way to attack that. What you have to do is you have to run that receiver that's on the opposite side. He got to run like a 15-yard comeback or a curl just to eat that corner's eyes up enough that JJ can get behind him and he can't fall off of it. Because if he fall off it early, just hit the curl or the comeback. So that's something that they can critique to get a big play on that.
So that's interesting because, one thing I'm remembering here is that they did have a lot of studs back there defensively.
They did.
And some of those guys went to the NFL.
The one guy picked up pick 6 Dylan Gabriel, the safety. That's a good player right there.
Yeah.
And then Jahdae Barron, again, he won the Thorpe Award, one of the best corners last year, went first round. So, they lost 2 very impactful players in that secondary.
Right. So that's going to be, I think, a big key here is that Ohio State did not lose Jeremiah Smith, so they have him. Right. Now, you do have an inexperienced quarterback. I think Julian Sayin could be an awesome quarterback here, but he's got to be able to read some of that stuff and make those plays when it's offered to him.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be an interesting battle between the quarterback, who is a little green, and some of these corners who have not played as much. And obviously, the wide receiver talent's there.
Yeah.
Who ends up making the better decision on that, the corners or the quarterback, when it comes to making that play for Ohio State? I
give Texas a ton of credit because even last year when I was watching the game, and I went back and I watched it again yesterday and I watched it again this morning, they made Will Howard complete the pass in some tight windows. Obviously, there won't be a ton of man being played because they fear the speed and the receivers that Ohio State got. So it's a lot of zone being played. So our receivers are going to have to do a really good job of sitting in between zones. And Will Howard threaded the needle a bunch of times in that game. I mean, Emeka was really good. Carnell was good. Even G. Scott caught something down the middle. So Julian Sang is going to have to do what we call let him hang, and he's gonna have to thread the needle a couple of times. He can't be shied away. Now, obviously, it can lead to interceptions, but if you trust your arm, you can make that pass. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see if Julian trusts himself.
Yeah, I think it's the mental battle here is so much fun because that's you're talking about more the chess game that exists on a football field. Mm-hmm. Whereas a lot of times I just get caught up in the wow, that guy hit that dude really hard. That was cool. In getting all this behind the scenes stuff, the stuff that someone who didn't play football, I love hearing this stuff.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. We did the same thing to Amari Cooper when we played.
I was just going to ask, is this the type of coverage that Texas ran last year? Is that normal? Do you do that every game?
No, that was Amari Cooper's the only person in my history of playing football that we ever had to do that for. And obviously the dude was a Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
But what we did to Amari Cooper it's the same thing. If he was 3-by-1, the corner and the safety would essentially, it was a true double team. And if he was in the slot, what we did was we played 2-man. So the corner just had underneath routes, but the safety was always over the top. So he didn't have to worry about getting beat deep because the safety was always going to be right there.
How often, in a do you think a lot of college defenses could do what Texas did last year against the Buckeyes if they don't have two guys are going to the NFL? That kind of stuff? So the problem with that is if you're going to do that, you have to have the defensive line because you need the pass rush. Because I told you they dropping people out. Right.
It's guys that's running up to the line. Let's say the DN is rushing and then he's popping back out. If you're doing that, essentially now you only got 3 guys rushing the quarterback.
I got you.
And if they're not good, there'll be no pressure, so the quarterback is standing there all day. So if you're going to do those type of things, you have to have the defensive line to be able to do that.
Oh, we're going to see it all Saturday. We're going to hear it all right here on The Fan. But this makes me feel good because I do feel like if you get the right play from, again, Julian Sayin has to be a dude. But if he makes the right reads on these plays, I do think that's going to help Texas secondary not being as strong as they were last year. A lot of guys who want opportunity, they recruit well too. They've got dudes back there. But yeah, I feel very good about that matchup now that we had this conversation. Good job, buddy.
Thank you. I try to do what I can.
Even if you are dressed like the dude from Assassin's Creed with your hoodie up, it's it's one of my favorite looks you have. The Browns and Bengals got some necessary business done. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Well, if you live over on the west side and are exiting the city this morning, taking 70 westbound, maybe just past Hilliard Rome Road, we are noticing a disabled vehicle out there that's causing some major backups. Looking at 7 miles per hour for your travel times out there. Looks like 1 car is involved. Looks like they ended up in a ditch somehow. Thankfully, first responders are on scene, but definitely causing those backups. As I mentioned, 7 miles per hour for your travel times. I want to make sure everyone is nice and easy, nice and cautious on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Save on new Santa Fe and Palisades with 0% APR and make no payment for 90 days.
Ohio customers will qualify. Interest accrues during no payment period.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
Then you are under siege. From the minute you hit adulthood, stress, bad sleep, junk food, screens, pressure, it all chips away at your testosterone, your energy, and yeah, your confidence. But no one tells you that. And no one tells you the benefit of screening early when you're younger. Research has found that maintaining optimal hormone levels prevents severe men's health issues later in life. At Columbus Men's Clinic, we fight for you. The tired dad, the high performers running on fumes, the gym grinders, the man whom online pills have failed. This is for every man, young and old. Forget pills from apps or emails. You need a real medical provider. A clinic that'll fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Guys, the future is local. Real clinics, real specialists, real answers. Testosterone results in minutes, not days. Columbus Men's Clinic's friendly staff is on standby, ready to tackle your ED, your low T, and enhance your life. Call right now, 614-300-7400, or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Common Man and Timmy, they're good, clean boys. If you enjoy a radio show hosted by immature men with slightly above average sports knowledge, they've got you covered.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
You might need a light jacket or sweater heading out the door this morning. Very crisp fall feeling in the air with temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. And then this afternoon, a cooler day ahead with increasing clouds. We could see some stray showers, otherwise mainly dry with highs in the low 70s. For tonight, we see temperatures drop a little bit more with overnight lows in the 40s to low 50s. And then for Wednesday, more sunshine. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your ball!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so saw this yesterday that Fox and YouTube TV apparently are at an impasse. They're fighting. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. is the deadline, supposedly, that if you have YouTube TV, which I know a lot of people do, I have it, but I know a lot of other people do too. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., if they don't fix this, it looks like Fox won't be available on YouTube TV, one of the largest providers of television in the country. And of course, this weekend, that is where the Ohio State game is. It's where a lot of other sporting events are too. And I saw this. Didn't you feel like, Tyvis, when we saw this yesterday, it's like, whoa, this is kind of out of nowhere. It's a little surprising. I think most fans were kind of blindsided by this.
Yes.
Apparently, this was kind of a known thing because I just saw an ad from Big Ten Network that they posted with all of the coaches from the Big Ten. This is the message that they have for fans who want to see Fox back on YouTube TV.
YouTube TV customers, listen up. You could miss Big Ten football games on Fox, FS1, and Big Ten Network. Don't miss any Penn State football games. For more information, visit keepfox.com today. Support your team wherever you live, and don't miss any Big Ten football.
You know, it just hit me with that ad.
What?
My wife won't be able to see me.
Oh, no, Tyvis, we won't be able to see you on BTN if this happens.
I just thought about that. Well, I mean, no, she will be able to see me. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
You just didn't think it affected you, but now you know that.
No. Tyvis is like, I'm not going to be. You're on one of the Fox networks.
It just hit me like, I am Fox.
No one on YouTube TV will be able to watch you if this goes through tomorrow. So obviously.
Well, then they need to do something about that.
Yeah, but I just, when I saw this yesterday, I thought, wow, this is kind of out of nowhere. How did they? But these are contracts that have been known. I mean, in our business, this doesn't sneak up on you. Clearly, it didn't sneak up on Fox. They had every coach in the Big Ten cut that spot, probably at Big Ten Media Days, like a month ago. Mm-hmm. So this. Yeah, they're all wearing suits.
It was most of them. Matt Rule, Ryan Day, James Franklin, Lincoln Riley, PJ Fleck.
If you couldn't tell which one was PJ Fleck, it was the one who sounded like he was on cocaine. If you noticed, one of them was like, so get BTN, yeah, da! Like that was him. You weren't aware. And the one who said watch Penn State football was actually Matt Rule. That was weird. It was Matt Rule saying that, even though he coaches Nebraska. I didn't really understand why, but yeah, anyway, So we're in the midst of this fight between Google and Fox. So just be aware that we're getting played again, folks, and I just hate it. I hate that the billionaires that run our lives yet again have to do this, and we all are the ones who suffer. So good times. Speaking of billionaires, they typically own NFL teams. The NFL teams in question, the Browns and the Bengals, both got some business done yesterday. Kenny Pickett traded from the Browns late last night, 5th-round pick. Coming back to the Browns from the Raiders. He's going out to Vegas because their dude, Aiden, what's-his-face, hurt his wrist.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, my guy. Love him. Great quarterback. One of my favorites.
He had an unbelievable last game at Purdue. I feel like he threw for dang near 500 yards.
Well, that's why he was going to be the backup for the Raiders, it sounds like. Then he hurt his wrist or whatever he hurt. So he's out. So now Kenny Pickett, the Browns have been talking like they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks. You said earlier you didn't think by the end of the year they would have 4 quarterbacks. Looks like at the start of the season they're not going to have 4. They're going to have 3, which makes way more sense.
But Adam Schefter get paid all this money, and I don't. I don't understand. He can come out and say, yeah, they're gonna have 4.
Yeah.
And I'd say I wanted to bet my entire salary versus his entire salary that they weren't.
You should have.
And he, nobody, I guess we didn't get
when he's on Rothman and Ice, just call him next time. Just call in and be like, hey, I got a bet to place with you. See if he'll do it.
Just fill in for them again and do double duty. Just pick one of them off the show.
Exactly. First of all, it's their show. Kick them off their own show. People tune in to hear them. Not me.
That's right.
Because they want to hear me. They get up at 6.
I agree.
But I still think there are going to be 4 quarterbacks on the Browns roster at the end of the year. But,
Oh, God. I don't even want to.
It's possible. It's possible.
Every time Deshaun Watson, I feel like those videos go out and it's like Deshaun Watson standing right over the social media manager, like, put it out there. And they're like, okay, Mr. Watson, I'm sorry.
Well, they're not. The Browns aren't putting it out. He's putting it out on his stuff.
They didn't tweet that out? I thought the Browns did.
I don't think they knew because I don't think they want him to.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't want him. Listen, it is imperative. The Browns do not want this out there at all. They don't want him on the field because this affects insurance money and everything else. If he goes out and plays, then that means there's no way they can recoup it from an insurance standpoint.
We got an update on the banning.
Oh,
who is Ross Dellinger?
Ross Dellinger, I believe he is a reporter.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
He's reporting that Ohio State did not issue a ban on Dave Portnoy. AD Ross Bjork tells Yahoo Sports.
I told you.
Bjork confirms that Fox decided Portnoy would not be on the main desk of Big Noon Kickoff, and those not on the desk do not normally appear on the field. These are Fox decisions, he emphasized.
I said this from the beginning. When I saw this last night, you can go check my tweet. I said this reeks of a PR stunt by Dave Portnoy, and that's what it is. He knows as well as anybody that this is not a ban. This is Fox saying it makes sense for us to not have you out on the field. That's dumb. We don't want you on the field. It doesn't make any sense to do. But I can't understand why Ohio State would ban someone that, like, if I'm Ryan Day, I want Dave Portnoy to watch my team go out and hopefully decimate Texas. That would be nothing but pure joy for Ryan Day. I'm guessing Ryan Day doesn't care at all about that. Guessing Ryan Day has bigger things to worry about. So it shocked me when I heard this news last night. Everyone ran with it. Everyone said, oh, he's been banned by Ohio State. And I said, I don't see how that's possible. I literally don't see how Ohio State would give two craps. I was one of Ryan Day's biggest critics last year, and they welcomed us out there this past summer camp just a few weeks ago. We were out there, talked with Ryan Day about it. Ryan Day's come on the show multiple times since then. I would be shocked if someone like Dave Portnoy would get under his skin. It truly and honestly, I can't imagine him getting banned. And so he didn't. So it's good to know all the Barstool people who are all running their mouths about this. They just know what you get when you watch Barstool. That's what it is. They're all lying to you. Now you know.
One of my friends brought up in the group chat that Dave Portnoy got arrested for trespassing on NFL headquarters, and he got kicked out of a Super Bowl for using fake press credentials.
Right.
And I think this is like in that vein where he just wants the
attention. He knew better than to do all that stuff. Absolutely right. It's all about PR for him.
It's crazy that we live in a world of clicks.
I know. Well, that's literally what Barstool's all about, is getting clicks, not actually. And again, it's fine. I get why people like watch Barstool content. I get it. They put a lot of stuff out there for you, good, bad, or otherwise. But no, as soon as I saw this, I thought this is a Dave Portnoy special. And then I said, if we are banning people, there's a list of people I would rather ban than Dave. We could have Dave Portnoy, but also like Desmond Howard has to go. Charles Woodson could get banned. Like, go ahead. There's a list of guys I would ban from Ohio State.
Charles Woodson and Tom Brady is the only two people that I actually respect from there. That's it. Those are the only two.
I mean, I respect what they did on the field.
No, I don't respect them at all. That's the only two. The list is very short, and I don't think it's ever going to be extended.
Yeah, that's fair. Other news from the NFL, like I said, the Browns and Bengals both got some stuff done they needed to do. Trey Hendrickson got his deal done, a one-year deal for this season. Money went up from like whatever it was, $18 million a year to
16 to 30.
16 to 30. There you go. So about a $15 million raise thereabouts for 1 year. Now, supposedly he was offered a $95 million deal, 3 years, $95 million, but no money guaranteed past the first year. And that's what he turned down because he wanted more guaranteed money. I don't quite understand I don't know why you would turn that deal down. Maybe you can think through this better than I can, Tyvis.
What, to get more money than right now?
Well, I don't know what the money would have been up front, but if let's say the guaranteed money, it's $95 million is what he had offered for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Quick math tells me that's roughly $30 million a year. If it's equal per year, There was no guaranteed money past the first year, though. I don't know how that deal is worse than you get an extra $15 million or so now to get up to $30 million, and then you get no guarantees of anything. But like there's not even a clause that you could just like push a button on, both sides agree, and there we go. There's another, $30 million. I'm surprised.
Maybe he looks at it like, I do want to play here, but this is it. Like
I don't know.
I'm gonna get paid this money, and then I'm gonna go somewhere else, maybe to a more contender in his mind.
Who had this? Someone.
I don't know.
Someone posted this last night. It was an NFL reporter. Oh, it was Diana Rossini. She said she reached out to an NFL executive last night after the news of this deal with Cincinnati, and Terry McLaurin got his deal where he got paid.
Go Bucks.
Yeah, he got paid. He got $30 million.
3 years, 96. So you got 32 a year or something like that.
And it was funny because I guess she reached out to an NFL executive after both those deals got done. And the NFL executive kind of sums up my feelings, too. It took us 6 months to land here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like these seem like deals that could have been done way.
That's how I feel about the Michael Parsons thing. Like,
yeah, it seems like that one's probably going to get done, too. Everything we hear is that, like, yep, they're all going to be ready for him to go. Start of the season, coming up in a week. But as of yet, nothing has officially been done.
But they still got to make some, they still got to be in headlines.
Yeah, I guess. Also, I saw Nick Chubb likely to get some work with the Texans because Joe Mixon injured. He's going to be out for the first few weeks. So we'll see what Nick Chubb has.
If Nick Chubb does one positive thing on the field for the Texans, Browns Twitter will go crazy.
You say
we
that.
should have kept this guy.
We will. And I will be leading the charge on that, Dylan. You're right. You say that like it's a bad thing. Yeah, I want Nick Chubb because he was cheap and wanted to be here. And if he was bad, great. He could be bad. But if he was good, he's cheap and good.
He had like 2.9 yards a carry last season.
Because Kevin Stefanski was trying to bury him and sabotage his career, just like he's doing with Shedeur Sanders. That's what I heard. You may think you had a bad day. You might think you had a bad day betting on sports at one time in your life. I promise you probably haven't had one as bad as this dude I'm about to tell you about in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we got a lot more people on the roads, and you can definitely notice it with some travel times out there. Looking at Powell and Worthington this morning, over on the north side, 270 eastbound, clocking you in at 29 miles per hour, but really slow on 315 southbound, especially as you're passing Linworth this morning. Do be mindful of just a lot more people out. A similar situation over by the airport in Gahanna, 270 southbound, looking pretty slow there as well, 32 miles per hour. Gets even slower if you're taking 670 westbound towards the city at 27 miles per hour there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Brent, and I've been on Nutrafol for almost 5 years now. I like Nutrafol because it was a hair growth supplement that was completely drug-free. After 3 months, my hair got stronger and thicker, which gave a huge boost to my social life. I mean, it was life-changing, to be honest.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/MEN. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Real customers were compensated to share their stories.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So I saw this real quick from Dylan Raiola, Nebraska quarterback.
Oh, my God.
Mini Mahomes.
Well, so Dylan Raiola had this quote yesterday, apparently, where, he gets the comparisons to how he looks like Pat Mahomes. Not that he necessarily, he does throw from different arm angles, I guess, but I don't think most people are going to compare his game now to Pat Mahomes' game, right? Like, he may try to play like Pat Mahomes, but he's not Pat Mahomes. I think we're all agreed on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, someone asked him, how do you feel about being compared to Pat Mahomes? And he said, quote, I can't get mad at God for making me look like Pat Mahomes.
I seen this.
Okay.
I seen this last night, and I did the biggest eye roll I've ever seen in my life. Like,
first of all, does God work at a barbershop?
That's exactly what
you got the haircut.
That's exactly what
that has nothing to do with how you look.
That was literally the first thought I had. Was like, you literally cut your hair like him.
Yeah,
and the facial hair too.
There's a point where I get it. Like, style is a thing that we take our cues from societally, from other people, right? At some point, anyone listening to us has decided the look that they have is somewhat based on something they've seen in life and said, I kind of like that look. I'd like to attain that look, whether it's like a T-shirt and jeans, whether it is like a full three-piece suit, whatever you believe to be a good look for you is somewhat based off what you look good in, but also what other people look like. I get that we get our cues from other places, but When you literally go into your barber and say, give me the Pat Mahomes, please, and then you get the same sunglasses that he has, you get the same, like, chains and stuff that he wears. When you do the same warm-up routine that Pat Mahomes does before every game.
He stole his whole flow, bar for bar, word for word. He stole everything from
Soulja
him.
Boy, right?
Yeah. Drake. That's exactly how I feel about this. Like, he stole Patty Mahomes, his haircut, his sunglasses, his pre-game routine, his jersey number, everything.
Do we think he picked Nebraska potentially because the jersey colors are close to the same as the Chiefs?
No, I think his father's a coach there, right?
Well, he was committed to Ohio State and Georgia.
Well, his dad played there. Dylan Raiola's dad. He's a legacy guy.
Well, it's obvious he has commitment issues.
Yeah, that's true. But who are the schools on his list?
Ohio State and Georgia. What colors they wear?
Red.
Y'all need to
Scarlet.
stop.
Yeah.
So he's a blood. He's a blood, is what y'all saying.
He didn't have UCLA on that list.
He said, Georgia, you wear a black jersey sometimes. Never mind. Can't go here.
Can't go there. Right.
Oh, my goodness.
Florida wasn't on the list. Texas wasn't on the list. Yeah. I think we figured something out here today. Dylan Raiola is a football player, is good. As a cosplayer, he is elite. This is a man. This guy has a career ahead of him as if nothing else, a Pat Mahomes impressionist.
I'm going to be honest with you. All of this is fine. The pregame routine that's where it's like the line. It's ridiculous at this point. Like, you have lost your mind. Like,
you know what? There's a weird part of me that would just say, if he came out and said, look, man, Pat Mahomes means a lot to me. He's a friend. He's been a mentor. Because I know they have a relationship. But if he said he's a friend, he's a mentor, and I have to be honest with you, yeah, I do pattern a lot of what I do after him, 100%. Because who better to pattern my game after than a guy who is one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen in the NFL? That would I would actually be fine with it. If he
I
just
don't think
said,
nobody would have said anything.
Because if he just acknowledged, like, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Guilty as charged, and then that's it. Most people would have moved on. It's the fact that he continually says, I can't help that God made me this way. No, yes, you can. He didn't give you the pit vipers were not from God. Last I checked, you're wearing the same sunglasses that he does. What are we talking about? So yeah, I don't like it when people tell me something that clearly is obviously not true. And then I have to pretend like I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. That's BS. I saw this story from BR_betting. I'm guessing, is that Bleacher Report betting? I don't know.
Yes, that's accurate.
This is from a bettor who had, I guess his name is Brad Neighbor. And this is from Caesar Sports, apparently also put this out there. This guy had a 4-leg parlay going sometime last week that involved the following things. He had the Bears to win their preseason game over Pat Mahomes or Dylan Raiola. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell them apart because they're so similar. But anyway, the Bears to win their preseason game. This was parlayed with the Rangers to beat the Guardians. This was paired with the Rockies and the Pirates game to go over 7.5 runs, and Iowa State just straight up to win against Kansas State in the football game out in Dublin.
Okay.
Right? So apparently he bet $423. The parlay was a plus 1,200 parlay. So he stood to win $5,000 if this 4-leg parlay hit. $400 into $5,000. Pretty good.
Did one of them not hit?
No. Here's the thing. So the Bears were down 17 at one point in their game. The Rangers were down 1 in the bottom of the ninth. This was in Texas. Then he had the other two games also kind of in doubt. And he said, you know what? I have a cash out here of $7.75. I don't want to get zero when I lose this parlay. So I'm going to take the $7.75. Cashed it out before the games were over because you can do that. You know, if it's getting close and they offer you a cash out, you can take the money and just be done with the bet. Well, as it turned out, the Bears came back and won their game. The Rangers went on to beat the Guardians. The over hit in the Rockies-Pirates game, and Iowa State came back and won their game. He would have won $5,000. He turned it all down for a $7 payout on a $400 bet. He bet $400. He took $7 and said, done. I'm not getting zero for this. Could have had $5,000 if you just let it ride. I've never seen somebody bet as poorly as that. That is an all-time worst bet you could do.
I'm going to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. That should be the last bet he ever put in. It's the first $7. That's not even worth it at that point. You just go ahead, just let it ride.
No, his mindset now is I cooked up this parlay initially, and I could cook up another one just like this.
Yeah, but
and I'm not going to cash out next time. But my unsolicited betting advice is never cash out at a loss. You could cash out if you're going to make more than what you bet, but never cash out on a loss. There's no reason for it.
Right. I mean, like, I could understand.
I've cashed out, like, early on a bet, like, where it was like, if it was like a 7-leg, I got 6 of them right, and I was nervous about the 7th, and I cashed out.
But they're offering.
I made money, but like this is ridiculous. I would have never done that.
This is an extreme example of it, but never cash out for a loss.
No, this is the equivalent of if you bet $5, they were offering him like 70 cents.
Yeah.
And he turned it down. Like
you just let it go to zero at that point.
I don't understand.
70 cents.
No, I will say I don't understand the people who, and I've seen plenty of people do this, where they're like, I've hit 5 of the 6 legs on the parlay. The next game is tomorrow, and I'm being offered on like a $50 bet. I'm being offered $2,000, but the payout is $7,000 or something if the last one hits. I'm taking the $2,000.
Yeah, I'm jumping off the ship.
Like, because I well overperformed what I thought I was going to get out of that bet. I'm taking the money, but I know a lot of people are conflicted about that. That's a conflict I don't understand.
Joe Cool in the chat asking the right question: who has $4,300 to waste on betting in this economy?
Well, fair enough.
Great question.
You know what? I don't feel bad for this guy. I want to be very clear, because if you're dumb enough to put $423 on a 4-leg parlay. Unless you're an addict,
put, the less legs it should be.
Yes, absolutely.
This is something that you put on one thing, or maybe at the most 2 legs.
There's people like that now who they cannot get into any game without there being hundreds or even thousands of dollars on the line. That's when you need to call the number, my friends. That's why those 1-800-GAMBLER. Go call that number. That's now you've got a problem.
I'm going to tell the truth that most of our listeners probably need to hear.
Okay.
Stop betting parlays. Stop lying to yourself and acting like you've made money off of parlays since it's been legal the past 2 or 3 years, whatever it is. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others.
I didn't hit a parlay now.
One time.
No. I've hit multiple parlays.
Have you placed... Do you feel like you've made a profit on hitting a couple parlays versus the amount of parlays you've bet?
Yes.
That's
rare. I'm only betting $5 to $10 when I'm hitting my parlays. I've hit multiple parlays for $1,000.
Here's all you need to know. Dylan is right, because when you go to any of these betting sites, what's the first thing they offer you? Hey, so-and-so celebrity put together an 8-team parlay.
Yeah, don't listen to them.
Why are they promoting that? The answer is because they know 90% of them don't pan out.
Right.
99% of them probably don't pan. I don't know what the stats are, but like they know that's well in their favor if you bet parlays. Yeah, you're not wrong, Dylan. However, there's a romance to it.
Yes.
Of just... But if I hit it,
it's the thrill.
Then yes, and that's why people are doing it.
This is the argument I get in with my friends, because they say that I gamble a lot, but I don't have fun doing it. And I'm like, you're GD right. I'm not trying to have fun doing it. I'm trying to make some money.
You just won. You must be. What is your? What's the most you've ever bet on a bet?
Well, I do something called unit betting, which means all my bets are the same number. And I started out this season.
I don't even know what that means.
It means like Saturday when I bet on week 0, every game I bet was $25. We're not getting too high. We're not getting too low. If we're losing, we're not bumping it up. If we're winning, we're not bumping it down, or vice versa. We're always betting the same amount of money so that we're not chasing money.
You're eliminating variables.
Right.
You're getting one less variable in the mix so that you can always kind of have an idea of what you're... That's you know what? That is boring.
Yeah, I'm
smart and boring.
I'm going to stick to the sideline. I'm going to just let y'all have it.
Coming up next, Reeser will join us. We will do a little crosstalk and hit the buzzer. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning to you. We are still monitoring this crash over on the west side and over by Hilliard this morning. The left lane is still blocked on 270 North, just beyond Roberts Road because of a crash out there. Police on scene. Looks like the congestion and delays are extending all the way to 270 and that 70 intersection. So want to make sure folks are packing the patience early for this Tuesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with a thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks, trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin, lease 2 Elantras for $200. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $200 a month for 24 months. Both your new Elantras come with complimentary Hyundai maintenance, with free oil changes and tire rotations for your entire lease. GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year. In time due.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Why would we trade our best player?
Well, at least you got to watch him in person when he was here.
I named my only son after him.
So you'll always remember his name.
Yeah, but what do I do with this jersey?
Luckily, the company has a great return policy.
I wore it for 6 seasons.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces and cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Eric Reeser joining us from Bishop and Friends. Hello, Reeser.
Gentlemen, good morning. I am thrilled that will be no more talk about a ban for the Pizza Man. That was very welcome news this morning, because for me, it's one of those things to where I believe Ohio State's above worrying about his opinion and worrying about what he says and does.
I would certainly hope so.
So I'm thrilled that Ross Bjork went to Ross Dellinger and said there is no ban. He's welcome to do whatever as an employee of Fox who pays the university via their agreement with the Big Ten a ton of money.
Yeah.
He's, there's not, I wouldn't say anybody's entitled to be in Ohio Stadium. Certainly Tyvis would agree with that statement. You're not entitled to be at the cathedral of the sport. But the idea that this was something that occupied anybody's brain for any amount of time, especially the week of Texas, that on a Tuesday before the biggest opener in my lifetime, you're talking about the one bite, everybody knows the rules, man. That should not occupy anybody's brain space this week.
Also, Ross Bjork and Ross Dellinger, they actually have a podcast called Ross Dress for Less, and it's very good. If you haven't checked that out, you should.
Also might need less podcasts. We just might need less of those.
Where are you on Dylan has this conspiracy theory that...
Oh, I love a good conspiracy theory.
That the Browns traded Kenny Pickett because Deshaun Watson is coming back.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for that.
The beginning domino of the conspiracy theory, okay? It's not the whole thing.
I hate that he's still on this roster.
Same.
They say he's been posting on Instagram.
I see those posts, and I go, stop putting those in front of me.
So when they said that they was going to carry 4... Did you anticipate the 4th being Deshaun Watson?
Well, he won't make the final 53. They'll put him on the PUP list. He won't be on there. But the release today will not have him on it other than
when he comes off the PUP list, they'll carry 4.
Yeah. Here was the thing with Joe Flacco. In watching him in a meaningless preseason game took me back to 2023, where he had that month run with the Browns that allowed me to forget about Deshaun Watson.
Wasn't that a great time?
It was so wonderful.
It's so, and I do, the underrated part of the whole Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, the sabotage discussions, all these other things, is the amount of time I haven't spent thinking about Deshaun Watson. That's great. I did get a vacation from the Deshaun Watson discussion, but now you're right. The only thing standing between Joe Flacco and Deshaun Watson essentially getting back to be the start of the Browns is his busted Achilles and a guy who's 40 and 2 guys who've never played in the NFL. That's not exactly the defense I wanted to keep Deshaun Watson off the field. I wanted something a little more impermeable than that. And
I do think
there is a
situation that Kevin Stefanski and, lesser extent, Andrew Berry find themselves in, where it wouldn't be in their best interest to put Deshaun Watson on the football field in 2025.
Oh, sure.
Because the only quarterback you would want to put out there is a guy you have confidence that can give you the best chance to win. You hear that phrase from those two almost all the time.
So all these other times, Deshaun didn't give you the best chance to win?
I certainly didn't think so.
No.
I thought that when they initially brought him on, he wasn't the guy that would give you the best chance to win. He was a year removed from the sport, and I think anybody with half a brain would know you can't just take a year off from actual football and come back and be the guy you were that led the league in passing. That's what they paid for, and there was a really bad return on that investment. And I'm not even talking about the 40-plus allegations of sexual misconduct.
Right.
This is just the quarterback on the field. There was no way you could have told me he would be the exact same quarterback taking a year off. Nobody can.
There were maybe a handful of times where I felt like, oh, yeah, this guy is actually helping us win. And one of those handful of times was the time where he then injured his shoulder and then couldn't play anymore. With the, what was it, the globular pustule or whatever it was.
What? What'd you call me?
Whatever that injury was that he had where no one had ever heard of it. It's like, oh, yeah, that's the thing.
After the Ravens win.
Yeah, what was that called? That shoulder injury that made, I've never heard that term before or since. And he's the only guy who's ever had it. But then it caused him to be out for the year. But that's the only time, one of the few times I can say he was definitely a positive, not a negative. What's coming up on the show today, Reeser?
So we're not going to have to talk any Deshaun, but we will get into Kenny Pickett.
His name is Derek, by the way. Derek Deshaun Watson.
I do not care.
Who cares?
We will not be discussing
throw that out there.
Who is now QB4 on the list. I was amazed they could get a 5th-round pick for Kenny Pickett, but I think it's the best move considering the injuries that have cropped up for Cleveland. You need roster spots for players that can contribute right now. And Kenny Pickett was your in case of emergencies, break glass in case of emergency. So we'll do some Browns. The Hendrickson deal got done, but it was a pretty interesting one. I don't think the Bengals have been this all in my lifetime. So we'll get into that. Dom Tiberi's going to stop by at 10:30, tell people to stop sleeping on Lincoln Keenholes. And then Justin Zwick will join the program at 11:30, as he is one of five quarterbacks, I should say, to play in an Ohio State-Texas game. We'll get his thoughts. You'll hear from Arch Manning, who won't say much, but you'll hear from him.
There you go.
Coming up in the next 3 hours.
All right. Perfect. We'll be listening. 3 hours of Bishop and Friends coming up next. Now it's time for the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Reese, are you like a festival? You like a music
sure do.
concert? How do you feel about the Burning Man Festival? Have you ever had a desire to go out to the desert in California and hang out there?
Was it 4 or 5 years ago when the reports started to come out that people couldn't get home from the festival?
Because it was all muddy.
It was all,
it had all turned
stranded out in the desert.
Yeah, right.
That turned me off to it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm turned off to that, and also like living naked in a desert for like a week with prominent amounts of drugs wasn't necessarily where I wanted to go either. However, I just saw, because this is going on again this summer. This is the time where Burning Man is happening. Apparently, they're experiencing gusts of over 60 miles an hour. All the tent villages and things have all been uprooted, apparently, according to the San Francisco Chronicle. So, once again, it's not going well for humans going out to a part of the world where they're really not meant to be, and especially not when you're trying to build, like, I don't know, luxury accommodations out there. Anyway, yeah, Burning Man seems like a no. I don't think I have any desire to ever go to something like that. And I love going to music festivals. I love being outside and doing all that stuff, but
I'm a homebody, so it's going to be a no for me,
it's
dog.
like you said this weekend. Yeah, I see dust storms, heat, thunder. Burning Man attendees face wild weather.
Great.
No thanks.
Every year. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
No thanks. I'm
good.
They're going to pick it. It's going to be 1 year where it's going to cooperate.
That's fine.
And it's going to be worse. It's going to be the best time of people's lives.
The other problem is now, like, when they started this festival, it was like literally just a bunch of hippies out in the desert trying to have some fun. And now it's turned into you have to bring your $40,000 camping setup, and you have like celebrities flying in on private jets, landing them in the desert. You know, it's
what?
Oh yeah, it's a whole thing now. It ceased to be even a thing where it was like kind of a cool community event. Now it's turned into just a big party for celebrities. And
so the idea that I'm reading from burningman.org, Black Rock City returns to the Nevada desert August 24th.
Oh, it's Nevada, not California. It's right there. Yeah.
My first thing with any of these kinds of events, and Sonic Temple's one of them, is where am I going to poop?
Yep.
The first question I ask.
Absolutely right.
Before going out to any of these things.
Concern?
It's a
big deal.
I have a fear about public restrooms.
Exactly. So that's a point for me whenever I go anywhere.
This is
y'all sick.
One way or the other, you're going to be asking yourself, oh, there's a festival or a concert or an event. Where am I pooping?
I'd go before I leave.
But you're still thinking about it.
You're out there for 4 days. Like it's a multi-day festival.
I go multiple days without pooping.
We'll
say that for another time.
Tomorrow on the show, we get into that. Actually, tomorrow we're going to do an hour-long preview of college football. We get into all the playoffs and everything. That's tomorrow. Enjoy Bishop and Friends. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you then. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing a new crash for folks over in Plain City in Dublin this morning. The right lane is currently blocked on 33 East, just at State Route 161 because of a crash out there. And over in Westerville, we are noticing a police incident. The right shoulder is blocked on I-270 East, just past Cleveland Avenue out there because of that police incident. Looks like one cop is on scene. Looks like someone got pulled over, so nothing too concerning out there. Just be mindful as you're approaching that area. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great day.
You're kind of hero.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Summer's winding down, but you know what? There's still time to drop 20 with Awaken 180's 20-pound summer slim down. That's how I got started, 20 gone fast, and it propelled me straight to my goal of dropping over 75 pounds. You'll still eat, drink, enjoy summer, but the scale's finally moving. Then you finally hit fall with some energy, confidence, and clothes that actually fit again. Awaken 180's coaches, they keep you on track so the weight stays off. You can go to awaken180weightloss.com to start your first 20 now and finish summer on a win streak.
The roof for your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.